Kia ora, comrades. This is Where's My Jetpack playing through Tell Me Why, the new interactive drama from DONTNOD, the makers of Life is Strange. I'm Ani White.
This is Derek. Aloha.
And as I say, we're playing through Tell Me Why as a fundraiser for an anti-fascist and anti-racist transcription project. Derek, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's over at firefund.net/jetpack. The ultimate aim is 1,000 euros for over 10 hours of anti-fascist and anti-racist interviews. So far, we have raised 360 euros, which allows us to record the first 4 interviews. And we want to thank the people who have so far contributed: Daphne Lawless, Bronwyn Beachy, Carl Christensen, Fightback Australasia, Robert Cuffey, Andrew Charles, Bruce Anderson, Ben Wiley Van Erd, Yasser Munif, Jojo, and Rakeem. And please donate to help us make anti-fascist content more accessible. And again, I want to thank everyone who has contributed.
Yeah, we've got things like our latest interview was an interview with a member of DSA Afro Socialists who's been very involved in Black Lives Matter in Brooklyn and New York. So we've got a range of international interviews with various people on anti-fascist and anti-racist struggles. But as I say,
we interviewed Alexander Reed Ross, author of Fighting the Fascist Creed.
Yeah, so that interview with Alexander Reed Ross is coming out at the end of the month. And so in the meantime, here we're playing Tell Me Why, which is a great new interactive drama by DONTNOD. I've played it once through. Derek hasn't played it.
Nope.
Yeah, and it's got a trans lead, so it's the first major game with a trans lead. They worked closely with GLAD on getting the representation right, and if you go on their FAQ, you can actually find out what decisions they made around representation.
Boo!
Yay!
Yeah. Except for when they scabbed.
Well, technically it was another studio that scabbed, but they seemed to not challenge it. Because it was, who was it that did For the Storm? Because it wasn't DONTNOD. But, you know, they could have challenged
Contracting, yeah.
Hey, kiddo. I need to ask you a few questions, okay?
You seem to still be in the Pacific Northwest, give or take, but this time all the way up to Alaska.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what happened tonight?
They really captured Alaska visually quite nicely. But anyway.
I went to show her my haircut. She had a gun.
Take your time.
She freaked out.
It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not okay.
I'd ask for a lawyer.
My mom tried to kill me, so I stabbed her. I killed my mother.
All 3 of these episodes they know how to open.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So we don't have the music that will be playing in the background, but we're gonna add some non-copyrighted music to the background of this. One thing about DONTNOD games is they love their musical montages. It's kind of nice aesthetic and emotional tone that they set with a lot of these, especially montages of people waking up in the morning. It's like a DONTNOD trope at this point.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, how many they have of people just lying in bed, like
Yeah,
just
just chilling.
yes.
Yeah,
It was in the older games. It was like they had bright eyes and yeah, I don't know, always some kind of nice plaintive acoustic indie music or whatever.
yeah. Soundtracks are really good on the games.
Yeah, definitely. But unfortunately, all copyrighted. Yes. Here's Allison, the sister of Tyler, and Tyler's the lead, who we saw in that flashback, and he is all grown up. Yeah, so they're gonna be reunited for the first time in 10 years. It's all like this game. I think is a lot of it is all about memory. So like, so that image of him looking at the photograph, it kind of sets that general mood of it, that it's all about remembering. But,
Okay, so he's in Alaska at the juvenile facility or whatever. Where is she coming from to go get him?
She's still in their hometown, which is Delos Crossing. Yeah.
That's vaguely familiar. I
Okay,
think they used
first,
Delos as the
I'm gonna
county
go
on the
to
first
our
episode
house.
of
Then
Lovecraft
I'm
Country.
gonna drive to
Right.
Fireweed, and I'm... Oh, right. I stashed them down here.
The grave risen. That's another great touch. Is all the little things in the rooms, all the posters and clothes and stuff.
That's where you've been hiding.
In this game, we have the crafty goblins. That was what you just took there, the little goblin.
This feels like
And you have these little
another movie.
wooden figurines. But yeah. So. Do you want me to do the look around the room and think about things? You know, there's every item seemingly in the room has
I
like
think I'm
some
ready to go now.
attached thought you can sort of stare at and
Yeah, let's see. Let's
I have
do
back
some.
solid plans to see the
some
Geminids.
Try out the game
I
here.
wonder if Tyler'd want to go.
s-
Hey, you want to freeze your ass off watching burning rocks fall through the sky? Yeah, I might need to work on my sales pitch.
everyone has a record
need to bring
player
this
in
with
this
me to Juneau.
universe to, you know, complete the, you know, indie hipster feel.
I should probably get rid of this. I mean, I can stream it anytime I want. But I'm
What
not
is
too happy
that?
just to look at the
I think it's a
box.
made-up sci-fi show. Journey Through the Stars. Yeah, they make up a lot of fictional pop culture in these games. Later on, they mentioned a TV show called The Witches of Eldham, I think, and yeah, I looked it up and it doesn't exist. But they. Then you got like Hot Dog Man
It's
and
gonna be so
various
crazy to
other.
see
Oh, he's in
all
this
these
too?
years.
Not in this, which actually, if they did include Hot Dog Man in this, that would be the evidence everyone's looking for that it's part of the Life is Strange universe. But no, that's just
Yeah, I was
Michael
hoping
and
to see if
Tyler
this
are
was a
so
shared
gonna hit it
universe.
off.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything to really confirm it. There was some kind of a visual reference to Chloe, but it wasn't like I can't remember what it was exactly, and it wasn't.
I should probably check
It wasn't
my email
enough
one
to
more time
indicate
before I
that they're
go.
in the same
No,
universe.
I've
It was
already
more
done that
just
3 times this morning.
like an aesthetic kind of a reference.
I should probably check my email one more time before I go. No, I've already done that 3 times this morning.
Wait, okay, it wants me to check the email, but when I click look, it just does the same thing again.
What's in the favor?
Chief Brown asked council to reconsider budget. Dock strike to begin this week. They don't really talk about the strike a lot. I think
Direct action
Right.
gets.
yeah.
I think I'm ready to
Probably
go now.
not a spoiler to say later in the game, Allison is pro-strike, which is nice.
Is he gonna
and
like
argues
this?
with a cop
Or is
about
it
it.
too much?
I find that gift not personal enough. It's like It's kind of
Yeah.
cute, but it's like it's so kind of random.
Downstairs at the hospital, kind of a gift.
Yeah, it's just sort of it's like if you haven't seen someone in 10 years, it's like
Probably
you'd
not gonna
hope
see
for a
any
slightly
signs of
more
it.
Yeah.
personal gift than just some random gift shop thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
I could look at this artwork all day.
Oh, well, the characters in these games have good taste, and with all her good taste and her creativity, she can craft, she can carve things, and she's like,
Yeah, that she gets the generic teddy bear.
it's not, yeah, I feel like, she could probably come up with a
Easy.
better gift, but yes.
Allie, she's gonna be so awkward.
Okay, so read. Do you want to do the reading bits?
Yeah, sure. Dear Tyler, I know what you're thinking. A letter? Why all weird and formal? What's wrong with email? Well, I figured, hey bro, just wanted to give my twin a shout before reuniting after 10 years of swank juvie is more like letter territory. Whatever. You'll thank me when you're 90 and the machines have taken over and you still have something to read by candlelight. Anyway, I can't believe you'll be out for real in a few weeks. What? Amazing. I'm definitely going to be awkward when I see you, so please try not to notice, okay? How's your last month going? Are you sad about leaving your mentees? I bet they're going to miss you. I got my tires replaced, so I'm all good to pick you up, and you can save the snark when you see my ride. She's been through a lot, and we can't all be car guys. Anyway, the Veggies let me take the day off so we can go straight to the old house and get it ready for the sale and everything. Can't wait to never think about that place again. I really can't wait to see you. I don't know if I made that clear. Smiley emoji. Love you, Allison.
No emoji, to quote Chloe. I noticed this time around she's it's kind of an obvious point, but she says can't wait to never think about this house again.
Grab my goblin
Which,
and I'm off.
good luck with that. I don't think that's gonna go very well. Anyway, so here we've got transgender man's guide to healthy masculinity.
Blake.
Some Blake.
Wish I could have finished this before I
Stone
left.
Shelter from the Flood.
Is that a real book? I don't know that one. Blake obviously.
Not
is.
sure. Yeah. Mentally ill and an anarchist.
Hey, little guy.
What's that?
You're gonna be reunited with your sister.
Blake was
Right.
mentally ill and an anarchist.
Yep. Okay, that's representation. Okay, let's take that. What? Oh yeah, there we go. Take the crafty goblin. Yeah. New collection.
Better than a cheddar goblin.
Cool. I guess I'm totally ready to go now. Bye,
You're
Herbert.
ready, but we're gonna do the guided tour of the room anyway.
Looking around.
DONTNOD.
He's got more horror
I need to get
movies,
my
huh?
application ready for next summer.
Or what pronouns does Tyler
He, yeah,
use?
he.
You stay here. Educate the youngsters
Okay.
in classic cinema.
Another made-up movie, I'm fairly sure. Fire in the Hole. It's not that catchy as titles go.
The Drowning.
Okay. Do you want to do the read?
Hey, Aaron. I know, I'm bad at this, but just wanted to say you've been the best counselor and at-risk yet redeemable youth, haha, could want. Thanks for putting up with me and helping in more ways than you know. I'll try to make it count outside fireweed. Survival is rebellion. Thanks, man. Tyler.
We've got this here. Celebrate, educate, unite. It makes me think of educate, agitate, organize, which
Yeah, AIU.
Transvisibility. Juno, Coalition for Equality. Juno is kind of set up in this game. I don't think we ever actually really see Juno, but it's kind of set up as the liberal alternative to where they live. But yeah.
Bummed I have to leave this behind, but the old house would probably collapse if I blasted this inside.
Got the vibe on what kind of music that is? Seems to be.
Not sure. Pretty emo.
He said blast though. It sounds more. It seems more like, I don't know. Well, one of them looked like possibly.
Maybe it's some new metal.
yeah, could be. I could see Tyler being into new metal. Yeah.
Man, he's
Something
gone.
like POD
And
or
I'll be able to
something.
say I helped him on his way.
Okay.
Is there any way I can? Nah, that's someone else's problem now. Oh, gonna miss these dum-dums.
Well, that top left is some good design for some kid. That's one thing with these games is they're such good. The devs are such good designers. So then, so many characters in the games are like really amazing designers. Like like sort of 3D effects and all that, and just like ordinary sketches.
Well, the devs are really showing off that, they all got their graphic design.
Which is nice. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's like, you'd think you could have some character-based bad design as well. And then sometimes the characters are like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing, this cringy thing I did as a kid." I think there's a point where Tyler says that, and it's like, no, that's pretty good. I mean,
It still looks professional. Yeah.
So have we? Oh wait, we've already done that one. Okay. Okay, we can probably leave now.
Okay.
I mean, we could leave a long time ago, but got to do the farewell tour. Please give me water and sun, thanks.
That was the last they saw of that plant.
Yeah. There's a running theme in the Life is Strange games is keeping plants alive. I think my favourite is Before the Storm, where you can either, as Chloe, because Chloe would not be good at taking care of a plant, you can either kill the plant with soda or kill the plant with regret, and that was the correct choice with that.
Well, she took our criticism,
Yeah.
threw the bear away.
Yeah, I'm glad she's taking our feedback into account.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi. First time we see each other in 10 years, and it's hi, Tyler.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine, Allison. Hi's a good place to start.
God, it's good to see you.
Likewise.
You have anything else you need to get?
Nope, this is it. My last 10 years in a bag.
Then we should get going. Are you gonna miss anything about this place?
It felt like home. It made me feel safe. Safe enough to be me.
That's so great.
That's some good
I'm
denim.
really happy for you.
Yeah,
We
someone
planning to
pointed
drive
out
to
he
Delos
double
Crossing or
denims,
push?
but I'm actually fine with
You
double
are
denim,
welcome
to
to
be
walk.
honest.
Nah, I'll take my chance.
I'm such a 90s
Need
kid.
one last
and,
look or anything?
Double denim
Yeah.
is amazing.
Let's go.
Well, when you're in Alaska, I guess you probably do a lot of denim and flannel.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, really. I am 100% not creative enough to make that stuff up. Oh, and just last week, they had to turn the ferry around because a bear was on board.
No way.
Someone heard a commotion in the back of a delivery truck, so they opened it up. And there was the bear, fat and happy on a literal mountain of empty chip bags.
You go where the food is.
Never lived somewhere that had bears, have
I
you?
can relate to that.
Right here.
Yeah.
We got black.
Yeah.
Sure, I think they couldn't
Do
get him
they,
to leave, so they tranked
do
him.
they sort of wander into
Poor
like
buddy.
human
Shot in the ass
domain?
just for getting the munchies.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
you know what
usually
they say.
when a lot of McMansions encroach on their property, people get surprised somehow when coyotes, mountain lions, and bears get on
We've been
the.
talking about
on their
loosening up
land.
regulations on trophy hunting again. Higher bag limits,
Yeah,
inhumane ground traps,
New Zealand definitely
even
does
bringing
not have
back
bears.
hibernation hunting.
Um,
What kind of asshole gets off
Australia
on killing a sleeping
also
animal?
does not, but Australia
I'm
has
not
more
against
of a range
hunting,
of
but
wildlife.
predators play a vital role in the
Yeah.
health of our natural parks. What? Why are you smiling? I'm being serious.
Oh, I can tell, Ranger Tyler.
Not yet. But at least I got the school part out of the way.
I can't believe you got a bachelor's already. While I boast a half-completed certificate in accounting from an online college that may have stolen my credit card number.
You'll figure out what you want. You have time.
I have to ask Betsy DeVos about that one.
How are you feeling?
Like I'm about to drive straight into a whiteout, and my fog lights are dead. Allison?
Whoa. Zoned out there for a second. Sorry.
What's up?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that you're right here, standing beside me, on our way to Delos.
You don't have to apologize. It's a lot. Why did we take the ferry instead of the coast road?
Because I didn't want to be stuck in the car with you for an extra 2 hours.
Ha ha.
We have to take the ferry. It's the only way to reach Delos from Fireweed. Still the capital of East Jesus Nowhere. Can't wait to get out of here.
Okay, so small town life, that bad? What do you reckon?
That bad?
Was it really that bad?
Pretty much. But it could definitely have been worse.
Like if you'd been tucked away in a center for troubled youth?
Right.
At least you had Michael.
Yeah. I don't think I'd have survived high school without him.
Bet you're gonna miss him when you move to Juneau. How's he doing?
Good. Good. But I haven't seen him much outside of work lately. He's been busy with his dance and helping his clan organize a potlatch. Is that smoke coming out of Stonehouse?
Guess someone finally bought that old shack.
That, or the ghosts are cozying up by the fire.
Think the new owners know it's totally haunted?
I'm sure Tina did her best to keep them from figuring it out. At least until the paperwork was signed. Ugh. That house always gave me the creeps. Those windows.
Ghosts.
Stalking eyes.
You think people talk about our house this way?
Probably. Hey, can I ask you a question?
No.
Well,
Sure.
yeah, sure. Although I think they have a
Shoot.
cheeky
I was told-
relationship, but
I mean, after you, well, graduated, I guess, and became a mentor 3 years ago, you still basically spent all your time at Fireweed, right?
Pretty much. There were a few times I tried to go to these meetups for trans people in Juneau, but something always came up. I probably should have put myself out there more, but it was better to be around in case the residents needed me.
So you were free to come and go as you pleased.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Oh, nothing. Just being an overly invested sister. Curious how you spent your time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah. I wouldn't want to live in these places just because, you know, I'm a city kid, but they are beautiful.
Allison,
Yeah, I'm an
Yeah?
indoor cat too.
spit it out.
Okay, you need to promise not to
And
freak
I
out.
can't even stand the suburbs.
What
Like,
is it?
suburbs is too far from, like, actual things to do, let alone middle of nowhere. Yeah.
It's a gift. From Eddie. I know he's not your favorite person, but
I'm sorry. When you said Eddie, I thought you meant Chief Brown, as in the police officer who arrested me.
come on, Ty, don't.
And your adopted father, the man who didn't let you visit me for 7 years.
The Fireweed administration backed him up, Tyler. They thought it was best for both of us.
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
It's a peace offering. And you're the two most important people in my life. Please? For me?
He can't buy my forgiveness with some cheap-ass trinket.
It's a gift, Tyler. You know what gift-giving means in Tlingit culture, and what it means to refuse one.
So, I know we're both Team ACAB, but also, I said, fine, just because I want, to have a good relationship with Allison. What do you reckon? Oh, what? No, it timed out.
I know this is
I
weird.
think it timed out. What would you have
But
gone
Uncle
with?
Eddie's my family.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put up with me at my absolute worst, and has always been consistent and kind.
Have to be careful about it timing out while we discuss. Okay, so we're fine. Cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah, not enough negative
So I'm not going to wear it.
Really?
responses
Really?
there of like,
Just so we're
yes, but,
Yeah.
you
clear,
know.
this is for
or-
you.
Oh, he does say
Not Chief
this
Brown.
is for you, not
I
Chief
know,
Brown.
you could
So
call him Eddie.
he's gonna be resentful
Okay.
about
Uncle?
against Chief Brown regardless of
Hard pass.
what choice you make. But it's more about
Okay.
how it affects your relationship with Allison. You saw there was that little icon in the top right that's like the the mechanics for this will affect your relationship
that?
kind of thing. But, yeah. Yeah, Tyler's kind of Team ACAB. Allison
Whoa.
is more like, well, she was
nice.
raised by Brown,
Place like home.
so
Yeah.
she's more sympathetic. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would it ruin the moment?
Yeah,
if I
humpback
said I
whale?
wanted to call home?
yeah, I guess so.
Yes. Completely.
Sorry.
Go ahead. And stop apologizing all the time.
Okay, sorry. Thanks.
That's so me.
Nice.
That's happened to me many times. People have told me to stop
So weird being
apologizing,
that
and I
way
say
as well.
sorry. That is. There's lots of socially conscientious signage in these games for some reason. Introduction to the sea. Steps are only home. See more conscientious signage. Tlingit. Yeah, they apparently did some decent research on Tlingit culture as well as how to represent the trans lead. But
That's good.
yeah. Oh yeah, did I mention Vice reckons this game is too too positive in its representation, not edgy enough, and doesn't deal with trauma enough, which I think is the first time anyone.
Hey, Allison, can we take the scenic route?
Take the scenic route. First time anyone has accused a DONTNOD game
Allison?
of not enough trauma.
Don't think she can hear you.
Yeah, that's
Good
amazing.
call, by the way.
Especially after
Scenic route's longer.
the whole everything with Chloe.
Yeah,
Where
and
you
the
headed?
opening scene of this game
Delos
being
Crossing?
like
Same
him
here.
torn
You
up
from around
about
here?
killing his mother. Like, oh, not enough trauma. Born and bred.
Just visiting?
Yeah, we don't know this guy.
Born and bred.
Just in
And
time
he
for
doesn't-
2 days.
I
He's-
see.
well, technically,
Any
born and bred is
relatives in
technically
the area?
correct, but this guy, I don't,
Just
don't trust
passing
this
through.
guy. Yeah.
Like I said, just passing through.
Well, however
Although, I
short it
mean,
may be,
lying
sure you'll
to someone in a
appreciate
small
your time.
town like this
It's
could
so
really
good.
backfire, but oh well. We've committed here. You get, I don't know, just whatever.
Enjoy the ride, I
Enjoy
guess.
the rest of the crossing, sir.
You too, young man. You too.
Guess we could have pressed him for information, but meh.
Nice.
Isn't hunting season almost over?
Almost. Want to draw for one of the last hunts of the season.
Whoa, look at that antique.
You're not one of those odd sixes, old and boring folks, are you?
Wonder if there'll be time to hit the buzzard hole while I'm here.
What's that now?
Oh, nothing.
So you think he's a poacher?
I don't know. I'm not very good with any kind of outdoorsy questions. Do you think he's a poacher? I mean, he's
I don't know,
obviously
because
like a hunter or something.
he's pretty packed up.
Yeah.
He's pretty packed up for towards the end of hunting season.
Right. I would have just gone hunter, but like I'm not, I'm not outdoorsy. Yeah, Tyler does seem a bit suspicious of
He
him.
might be hunting more than his hunting
Yeah.
permit allows.
Yeah, and Tyler did cast suspicion, and he's like future park ranger. Yeah, you're probably right.
But yeah, what do they call these games? Kind of like a decision simulator?
Like a decision simulator, yeah, but obviously not at this point. This is more just watching, I don't know, watching Alaska simulator. It's nice reflection. Can we see? Oh yeah, we're pulling in, right? Not far. Oh,
Let's go.
Cool.
So that's your. I was gonna say that's your vehicle there. Yeah.
I guess the whole like last sequence of just looking, even though there's no options left, is a very DONTNOD thing. Like just having a period which is just sort of taking in the world. But yeah, I always love those optional sit mechanics. In this game, mostly the sit mechanic is a lean mechanic randomly. There's like a lot of bits where you can lean on like a fence or something and take in the world.
Oh, cool.
At that point, they just said look, I think, but later on in the game, it's lean. But yeah. I am kind of jealous of that crisp air.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get out to some air like that right now.
On this side of the world, it's well, I mean, we're just coming out of winter, but it's relatively hot right now.
I imagine over there right now in Alaska, they're probably getting a lot of that heat and everything from the fires.
Yeah.
Wow. It's basically exactly like I remember it. Only faded.
Like a Polaroid left on a windowsill.
From the outside, it almost looks charming.
Charm's not the problem. Structural integrity may be an issue.
You think there's a chance whoever buys it will just tear it down?
If someone buys it, they can do whatever they want with it.
You wouldn't care at all?
Would you?
Sure. Everywhere I look, I see a piece of one of our adventures.
Everywhere I look, I just see her.
Allison, we could go grab a bite. Start this tomorrow?
No. The only way to get this done is to do it.
Right.
After you.
Locked.
Well, it's a good thing I remembered this.
Why didn't she go first then?
Right?
You sure that's the right key?
Yes. Maybe someone changed the lock.
Who would change the
Looks
lock?
kind of new and
I
shiny.
don't know. We're screwed.
You got a plan B?
Yeah. We find another way in. I never knew a locked door that could keep the crafty goblins out.
Yeah, we had a million ways in and out of this old house. At least one of them's gotta work.
Crafty goblins. It's kind of like the pirates in Life is Strange, and I guess
I could break a window.
You know civilized people
guess,
don't do that, right?
Life is Strange
Oh,
too. They were
so we're
wolves,
civilized
but
now?
Well, maybe not. But we are trying to sell this place, and broken windows aren't exactly amenities. Crafty goblins.
Yeah,
I
there's
haven't thought
nothing
about them in
to
forever.
indicate
Or should
this
I
is
say,
definitely in the same
us.
universe, but
We
there's
almost
so
spent more
many
time as goblins
ways
than we
it
did as
follows
kids.
the kind of
Oh,
Life is
do you
Strange
remember all the
formula,
other characters?
which I'm happy with.
The moon
I'm already
hat, the
I'm,
ice
I'm a
king,
fan of the
the
series.
old bear.
Most of them, I think. But the details are... Remember how mad she'd get if we didn't use the compost?
And she always knew when we were lying.
Waste not, or kiss the plant
Do you think there's
goodbye.
like a key hidden somewhere? Or?
You need a hand with that?
Yeah, we just
No,
have
it
to
should be fine.
investigate and then
If we just
find
get
our way
this
in.
board out of the way, I could probably squeeze through.
So we need something to pry it off.
It's screwed in pretty good. We need a screwdriver.
Screwdriver, shed.
I can't believe these are still here.
Yeah. We should hide them so they don't frighten away potential
Yeah,
buyers.
pretty disturbing.
At least the shed's still standing.
Yep. I don't want to think about what might be living inside it, though.
Well, better alive than dead.
Ugh.
Hey, it's locked, all right. Okay. Should be something in here that'll work. She did not like us using her tools.
She was probably just afraid we'd hurt ourselves.
Hey, I see a screwdriver.
There we
Now
go.
all we need to do is get inside.
Wait, I'm feeling something strange.
So this is where
Hmm.
this new mechanic comes in.
And don't leave this room until everything looks as clean as a whistle. Ugh. This is the millionth time I've gotten in trouble because of you. You and your big mouth.
You were thinking the same thing. You just weren't brave enough to tell her.
What good would it do? It's not like she ever listens to us anyway.
Well, I'd rather scream it right in her stupid face than be a quiet little mouse.
Oh, we forgot the key. We need to put it back.
Maybe we could hide it somewhere. You know, for fun.
Goblins are supposed to help the princess, not play mean tricks.
Whatever. You're not fun.
I'm only trying not to make her even worse.
Whoa, did that just happen?
I don't know, but I saw it too.
It felt like it did when we used to share thoughts with our voice.
It did. But that was a memory of us 10 years ago, right? I vaguely remember it happening.
I think so. And, that's new, right?
Yeah.
You just casually throw it in there that, hey, that's exactly like when we used to share thoughts
Yeah.
when we were kids.
Why would it
Just casual psychic abilities.
And why that memory?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty eerie.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a pretty
But the voice was
understated
always a good
reaction
thing.
from them.
This could be too.
I'm feeling something again.
See, that's what makes me think all these different games are in the same universe, but like they're not totally like the characters are related necessarily, but like the thing that's in common is that the people have different types of powers.
Yeah.
let's go see the silent frog.
Coming. I'm coming. What? Stop sulking.
Yeah, I don't really
Oh,
see
one of
any.
those.
I don't really see any reason this couldn't be
Guess you don't want to see
in
what
the
I
Life
put in
is
the
Strange
treasure room.
universe. You know, like Life is Strange 2 is already moving into more of a kind of an anthology mode. You know, where it wasn't following Chloe and Max's
Yeah.
story, but yeah, had some similar tropes in the
Hurry!
same
Let's
universe.
go see the silent frog.
Coming. I'm coming. What? Stop sulking. I told you already. I'm
So
sorry.
those ugly
No,
statues.
you're not. Okay. Guess you don't
Yeah.
want to see what I put in the treasure room then.
What? No, I want to see.
I like
I guess we know where to search now.
the
We just
the
have to remember
memory
which one is the
animations
silent
are
frog.
pretty. But yeah.
So, which one of you is hiding the key? Hmm?
Damn, where's the key?
Seriously?
Kidding.
Oh, come on.
Okay, sorry. Nice job keeping a secret, buddy.
So a lot of the puzzles in this one are to do with their sort of childhood fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that was really much of a puzzle, but
Got it.
All this for a screwdriver?
You got a better idea how to get in?
It's
Huh.
can't
Who
remember.
left this box here?
It didn't
It looks brand new.
tell me.
It wasn't me. Has someone been out
it's
here
like
recently?
food or seeds or
Guess you're lucky
something.
day
Oh
for
yeah,
friends.
birdseed. I think there's like a bird box somewhere. Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. You fell.
These birds should get a reward for watching the house all these years.
Thank you for your service, little friends. Remember how whenever we lost our toys in the sand, we thought the Mad Hunter had stolen them?
How many sandcastles did we build with this?
None that survived.
Hey, I think that's the same rake I cut my foot on.
Wait, your foot? Wasn't that me?
What? Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
Mm.
Without spoiling too much, that unreliable memory element is a big part of these games. So.
Yeah.
You sure you want to go in there?
This was our very first den, remember?
Who knows what lives down there now? Everything okay down there?
It's kind of
Tyler?
a low-key horror element to this one. Like, no,
It's not funny!
it's not a horror game,
Then
but
why
it
am I
has like a
laughing?
little bit of a
Okay,
sort of a
fine.
horror element
But you're
to
still
it.
an idiot.
All
Like a
right.
thriller.
Going in for real this
Oh,
time.
beyond that, like,
Okay.
well, I don't want to spoil
See you at the
anything,
front
but
door in
like,
a few
I mean,
minutes.
this in terms of the sort of dark space is kind of the first example.
Mhm.
Um,
Was that a skull?
where was it like a?
Are you okay? What happened?
I just hit my head like an idiot. Wait,
Yeah, over there.
what? Where are you?
Ty,
Can't see it.
I'm outside,
There's a
but I
skull.
can hear you in my head.
Maybe not.
Voice. It's back.
Holy shit. I,
Yeah, just like the Flintstones. Head injuries causing
We'll figure it out
resets. Well, that's a lot of space under the house.
Yeah, it's a pretty massive house too.
Dragons, straight ahead.
Need to go left, I think. Then left again after the goblins.
Wow. Can't say I ever expected to see you again. It's been a long time, buddy. Nope. It was on the right.
My bad.
Treasure room.
Wait.
So have
That
tea
was our
party.
treasure? It's just trash.
We could make treasure out of anything. Our imaginations were that powerful.
Some low-key gold rays here. DONTNOD love their gold rays.
Pink. It always had to be pink. Marianne grilled us about all these missing dishes, but a goblin never gives up their treasure.
Oh wait, I think I missed something.
Wait, that was our treasure? I found our old kite. I think its wings have been clipped, though.
Rest in peace, brave bird.
You can't open that cooler?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, that
Just
was
says
our
examine.
treasure?
Yeah,
It's just trash.
yeah, it's
We
just
could make
looking.
treasure out of anything. Our imaginations were that powerful.
Past the treasure.
Straight ahead.
You know, I almost convinced myself our voice was just another childhood fantasy.
Me too. But we really are connected.
I missed a goblin guy somewhere. Oh yeah, and here's the Mad Hunter.
The Mad Hunter. Why am I still afraid to say his name?
He was Marianne's creation.
Hmm.
She made all the creepy characters.
Marianne was their mom?
Yeah. It's interesting that they call her Marianne, actually. Like, that's so, not affectionate, like, compared to saying mum. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's quite indicative. I think it's probably a deliberate choice. It's, like, so cold. Just, you know, using first name like that. Because yeah, they, you know, the last thing they remember of her is being threatened by her. Did I think I'm.
You circled around.
Yeah, I know. I'm going back over old ground, but I think I missed a little trinket.
You were right. Nothing here.
There we are.
Of course I was.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
It's like one of the their childhood creations.
Hmm.
It's the Mad Hunter, yeah.
It looks like a Studio Ghibli kind of thing.
Yeah, I could say that. There's a real storybook kind of fantasy element to this series that gets more developed later on.
Go up. I'll swallow your soul.
Are you being the Mad Hunter?
Rosebud.
Rosebud is definitely in keeping with the kind of themes and aesthetics of this game. But yeah. Could totally see Rosebud being Marianne's last words. They capture the musty feel quite well, like the light sort of feeling a bit like dusty, like
Yeah, I was thinking like it has to be dusty as hell.
yeah. You know, and you compare to the sort of clarity when they're outside, and here there's that like slight blur of the light. It's nice.
Coming.
Are you okay?
Olive, good to hear your voice again.
Yeah, same here.
One thing I'm not clear
So,
about is how
coming in
voluntary
or
their
what?
voice is. Like,
Just
how much
working up to it.
do they have to let the other sibling in? Because, like, for example, when he bumped his head, he's heard her voice
Yeah.
suddenly and was, like, surprised by it. Which kind of implies that just, like,
Well,
you know, your sibling's
we're
voice
here.
just jumps into your head unexpectedly. Which would be kind of weird. It seems kind of intrusive to me, but I guess they're so connected that it's just
so
normal for them.
how do we get
Well,
started?
he was focused and he hit his head, you know?
Figure out what
He was
to do.
focused on the task and he was,
See what else
you know, that kind of like
to show us.
brought them in alignment, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, seems weird to me, the idea of someone else's voice just randomly popping into your head unexpectedly.
Very answer.
Let's not go in there until we absolutely
But
have
again,
to.
they're so
Agreed.
close, so... and, you know, they've experienced it since childhood.
So I think it's, again, Flintstone's principle. Getting hit in the head reactivated it.
Yeah. Although, I mean, they'd experienced the vision before that, though. Okay, do you want to do the read?
You do
Okay.
it.
Hey, Mum, we're sorry the bars got broke.
This place needs some serious cleaning.
We
Or an exorcist.
we didn't know you loved it so much. We need to be careful and not act up in the window room. Next time we will try and use good judgment. Please forgive us. Please forgive us for doing bad things. Sad face. I'm sorry, and this is switching to, I believe, Tyler. I think the first part would have been Allison. I'm sorry too. We should be more careful. I'm very sad we made you cry so much. We should play outside instead. I'll tell Ollie not to be wild or... Oh no, okay, so this is... They've switched from Tyler to Allison. Ollie is what Tyler used to be called, which is interesting. There's an interesting choice because they never misgender him and they never use his pre-transition name, but they do use a masculine name that he chose when he was younger, and which was mostly just between the two of them. So it's like it's kind of an
Sure, it's still
interesting
there. I should check
sort
our
of
bedroom
medium
upstairs.
between using his post-transition, his pre-transition name, that it's like that it's an earlier name he sort of went by as a kid, which is I kind of feel like I understand what they're doing with trying to avoid misgendering, but it also feels like a weird like half measure that they're still using another name. It's funny. I'm not sure exactly what I think about it.
Well, are they kind of lampshading it or what?
Yeah, not sure. And it is truthful. I mean, there are like it's not like everyone just immediately chose their their real name and then that was the case forever. Like a lot of people go through a period where they try out kind of different names. So it's plausible, but it's also interesting because it's like it's sort of both a pre-transition name and not, because it was a chosen masculine name.
Sure, it's still
But
there.
anyway, so
I should check
I
our
will
bedroom
tell Ollie
upstairs.
not to be wild all the time. We aren't going to do it anymore. We are sorry.
So was the mom suffering some kind of mental illness?
Yes.
And then she's transphobic as well?
Well, that's kind of something that hasn't been figured out yet, like what her motive was. But yeah, but she was dealing with some kind of mental illness, definitely. Wait, what happened to those dialogue options? Oh well.
Old textbooks.
Apology letter.
Tessa gave them to us, right?
Yeah, she thought we were gifted.
Oh, there we are. Dialogue. We were in a way cool when she came over.
Yeah, we were in a way.
We were. Just not like she thought. You think she knew we were sharing answers?
We shared for fun. We both knew them all anyway.
She pinched every penny.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get in trouble for psychically sharing the answers here.
There's two of them. Maybe they were us. In some weird way that only made sense to Marianne.
Are you able to see the pictures and stuff?
Wow. I'm so embarrassed for us. Mini Da Vinci's we were not.
She saved every drawing we ever did.
There's a couple of these I might keep. She took so many pictures.
Yeah. Like she had to document every second of our lives.
What do you reckon?
Want to keep some of these?
Yeah.
You can keep some of them. If you want.
No thanks. I mean, I like the photos of us. But I don't think I can forget that she was the one aiming the camera.
Yeah, Tyler's more into holding on to things than Allison is.
He hasn't been home in a while, too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, totally. Oh, we have a memory.
Oh.
There we are.
Having an aura here, yeah.
Mom? About me joining the hockey team? Mom!
Sorry, what? Not now. Maybe next year.
But you promised!
Keep whining, and my next year will become never.
Can you cut my hair?
Your hair is fine.
But I want to cut it short. Really short.
What? Look, I'm tired. And I'm busy. Let's talk about this later.
You always say that.
Marianne said no to everything. Made me so pissed.
She was always on edge those last few months.
Yeah, and completely deaf to everything I was telling her I needed.
She pretty much always said no to me, too.
Can you look on the table
It felt
there?
personal with me. She was trying to save the planet way before Al Gore made it cool.
Has Al Gore ever made
Tuh.
anything cool?
But this,
Nah.
I'm sure this
I
was
guess
like
she was
early
right about one
2000s,
thing,
so
But you can't really blame
not-
anyone for not listening to
not that
crazy
far
Marianne Ronan.
before Al Gore. But
I didn't realize how much I missed the smell of firewood.
it's not really before
I
Al
miss
Gore at
the
all.
cold
I
winter
don't get it.
nights curled up here with big mugs of hot cocoa.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's
Marianne
like
was so
the
tired,
writers
she was
being
usually
older
asleep
than the
on the couch.
characters and
Ah,
not thinking it through,
That's why it
but
was
I
so
could be
nice.
wrong.
Oh, Marianne.
Yeah.
Quiet times we used.
We used your voice. Our
We
voice.
use our voice so we didn't wake her up.
And then we'd be up all night telling stories and watching the fire die. And Marianne was none the wiser.
Yeah, that's a lot of real estate they got here. A lot of square
Yeah,
footage.
it's huge.
Guess we never had time to complete the collection.
These came out of one of the
Which
prize
is like,
machines at the
it's funny
Vec's store,
because
right?
she
Yeah,
wasn't supposed
You'd
to
slide
be
the quarters
particularly
inside
wealthy.
on the little tray, and then magic, out pops a
but
sticker.
I guess it's like a boomer house, you know, like.
Yeah.
Best mom. You think we ever really believed that, or were we just trying to make her happy?
Either way, it wasn't true.
See what's in the drawer.
String, glue, duct tape. The holy trinity of house repair.
Marianne loved having something to fix.
What do you reckon?
I wish she fixed
Well,
herself.
it's pretty hard. Okay, we're gonna go there. Alright, sure.
Yeah, well, she could have tried a little harder to fix her own head.
Brutal.
Can you picture Marianne talking to a shrink?
No. And speaking of,
Therapy's expensive, and I'm fine.
You're not fine, but okay.
If Yeah, famous last words there.
And like, yeah, I mean, clearly they've experienced
What was she hoping to do
trauma.
with all these
Like,
jars?
She used to barter for
Tyler
our
seems
clothes
to
with
be
homemade
more
jam.
She tried
adjusted
everything
to
make ends
kind
meet.
of
Well,
accepting
not
that fact
everything.
that they had a traumatic experience. Allison's in denial a little bit, I think, but yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe they're
For the
both in
longest
two
time,
different types of denial.
I thought I'd feel
Oh,
more
yeah.
prepared to deal with this.
How do
mess.
you reckon with Tyler?
I think he's in a type of denial where he's rationalized it in a certain way, where he's come to accept how things happened and how to move on, and maybe did a lot of 12-step.
Yeah.
If you don't come up soon, I'm gonna take whatever I want from our bedroom.
Yeah, he's definitely
No
had
way,
more
wait for
therapy
me.
and like group therapy and that.
No, this.
Whatever they did at Fireweed.
This feels like home.
Whenever we asked for a TV, she just
Could have
said,
buried some
"Let's
stuff
talk about this."
deep down
Did us a
inside.
favor with that one.
The whole hippie,
You may
Well,
not
think-
agree when we start digging
yeah.
into the HBO back
the whole
catalog.
hippie anti-TV
see.
parent thing is semi-relatable to me. Like not not this full-on hippie, but like I wasn't allowed to play with guns for like most of my childhood, and there was like a period where we didn't have a TV and stuff like that. But yeah.
Wow. Some of our old boys give me
and they
creeps.
completely failed to keep me
Tyler,
from,
do you copy?
the
If we
evils
don't
of
move
pop
fast, this
culture.
whole thing is going to melt. Do you copy?
Copy, Allison. Gonna
That's
get this
completely
movie soon. We
foreign
don't want
from
the bad hunter to catch us.
American
Over.
parenting
Although this is
until
Manhunter.
more recently
Yeah.
about not
Creep.
playing
I
guns
wish
and
I
stuff.
could
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, although I mean Marianne is a hippie, so she's obviously an exception to that norm.
Look what I found.
What?
Only our greatest creation, the Book of Goblins.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It was in that chest the whole.
All these stories.
I had ideas for so
This
many
is
more.
some
Marianne wrote a lot of
lovely
them.
design.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's one of the only
Yeah.
things I remember.
Yeah, this
with
is
me.
such an example of how
Peace.
DONTNOD are such good designers, so then the characters become amazing designers.
Where is it?
Although, I mean, in
You
this
looking for
case,
something in
at least it's
particular?
kind of acknowledged.
diary.
But yeah,
You never told me about
like
it.
Marianne
Yeah.
is
But
clearly
the way
kind of
Marianne
an
was,
artist.
I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah, that day she found out about it.
Say it's seizure time.
This bit is fairly intense. I've played this before, so I can say it's not exactly what it seems. But yeah, this bit is one of the more full-on bits.
Okay, no
Mom,
spoilers.
where is
No, yeah.
it? What did you do with it?
I'm not gonna say
Now.
exactly
I
what.
can't find my diary. I know you stole it. Give it back.
Sweetie, whatever I do, it's just for your benefit.
You read it, didn't you? You had no right to do that.
I have the right to do whatever I need to protect my little girl.
I'm not your girl. I hate you.
You will always be my little girl. And no matter how hard you fight me, I'll fight twice as hard to keep you safe.
Yeah. So that's one of two times in this game that Tyler's misgendered, and like this like ABC Family's huge. That
I don't know
TV
how I
series.
never saw
I'm gonna
it
pause it.
coming.
It reminds me.
No.
It reminds me of a great line from ABC Family's Huge, where Harvey Guillen's character Alistair, who is like kind of non-binary and queer, it talks about his parents and says, and he goes by male pronouns, but anyway, says. It's like they bought a present for the person they wished you were, and that describes the stuff with Marianne quite well for me, and like a lot of stuff with parents who don't get kind of LGBT stuff, like whether they're well intentioned or not. Like to say, I love my daughter, I'm gonna protect my daughter, is obviously like that's like hard for Tyler. But like, it's also, as I say, it's like that line in Huge. It's it's like they bought a present for the person they wish you were, you know, like not loving you but loving a version of you in their head kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. But there's also more going on here.
That's how I took it.
What's that? Huh?
That's how I took it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She told me right to my face. She was willing to hurt me to keep me from transitioning.
Tyler, there is no way you could have known she'd go that far.
I want my diary back. Her room was the only place I didn't look.
Okay, but do you need to get it, like, now?
Why isn't this traumatic enough for you, Vice, huh?
Yeah, I mean, of all
Writing
accusations, where I kind of, there's one point where I kind of half agree with them, which is that it both is and isn't about trans trauma. It, like, seems to be about trans trauma, but also sort of isn't. I kind of agree with that.
You think her room is still locked?
But like, where I find it bizarre to accuse any DONTNOD game of not enough trauma. Like,
we'll have to eventually.
Just, yeah.
I need. Hey.
Well, our entertainment, our video games and stuff don't need to be triggering too either.
We barely had any friends.
Yeah.
We even had to be our own pen pals.
And like, yeah, I mean, DONTNOD leans hard on the sort of intense emotional experiences. Do you want me to read or do you want to read?
Yeah, take it up.
Cool. Hello, Allison and Ollie. We are writing from the past. I do this. You know, there's a service that you can send a letter to yourself like a year or so in advance, and I do that like annually. But anyway, we are writing from the past. What is it like in the future? Anyway, Juno is super cool. So they wanted to go to Juno that far back as well, because they still want to go to Juno, but we took the tramway all the way up. Oh no, wait. Okay, I'm confused. We are writing from the past. What is it like in the future? So no, they really did go to Juno, actually. Right, they're not writing from the future. Okay, anyway, Juno is super cool. We took the tramway all the way up. Ollie was scared, liar. We got some books, but Mummy went to the restaurant at night and forgot them. God, Marianne, get it together. It was cool. There were a lot of whales on the ferry. No, there wasn't. They were in the water. Stupid. And obviously this is alternating between Tyler and Allison. Anyway, here is a postcard to remind you how awesome we are, especially me, A&O, Allison and Ollie Ronan.
Well, that's hard to read with them going back and forth like that.
Yes. I think the capitalized ones were one of them and the non-capitalized were the other. But yeah, that was a little confusing. This is proper creepy. They commented on it before we were talking, but that is like legitimately quite a weird, disturbing creation. But yeah. An eldritch.
What is it?
They seem to have jammed the front of a truck toy together with a branch to make like I don't know, like a wood truck. I don't know. It's like a half-breed of a tree and a truck.
One thing you gotta give Marianne is that she let us explore our artistic side.
You should have seen Eddie's face when I tried to repaint his car.
Yeah, I bet Uncle Eddie didn't appreciate your artistic touch.
I'd rather you called him Chief Brown if you're gonna be an ass about it.
Yeah, there are mixed feelings about being raised by a hippie.
So much for my dream of being a hockey star.
Quite well, I think.
And thought sports were too aggressive, too competitive, and too groupthinky.
This place was clearly isolated on so many levels, but yeah. Beautiful but isolated.
Ice King finally caught the hag. His furious voice could be heard throughout the forest. For your wickedness, you will be eternally bound to the lake. What? No way. Quiet, let me finish. You will no longer be allowed to leave. Not even under a full moon. The moon hag was imprisoned in the lake, and she never again tried to escape. And then the title. What do you think? Not bad, right?
I guess that's okay. But I would have changed the end.
What? No way.
When I say horror, it's like
I totally forgot about him.
I guess it's more like dark fantasy that like they have as kids, and that sort of it's kind of aesthetically runs throughout a lot of the game as it kind of gets
Well, it seems like it was like if you look at kids' imagination stuff, it's like the way they perceive things. It was then, but you look back on it from the present, it's much more dark.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Maybe a little sinister in some places.
Yeah.
What book was that? Was that the journal?
It was something fantasy-ish, I think.
Where'd you
it wasn't
come
the
from?
journal. A Tale of Two Swords, and it's like, what kind of animal is that? I don't know. But yeah.
Raccoon?
Yeah, possibly.
Trash panda?
Yeah, some kind of...
Yeah, this house is just so busy
huge.
with like stuff all over everything.
First time I played this, Allison became completely obsessed with this aerial display. She was like playing with it and staring at it for ages. But yeah, but anyway.
The mom didn't take it and hide it?
The diary?
We should take down the creepy map.
We're
We
still
don't wanna
looking
scare
for
the
the
buyers
diary.
away.
Oh, so hold up.
What?
Remember this?
Unfortunately.
You must solve my riddle to earn the right to enter the princess's sanctum.
Nothing a good hard shove won't take care of.
I mean, yes, we could brute force it, but it might be kind of fun to finally solve it, right?
We have different definitions of the word
No.
fun.
Okay, well, if we break it, we're just gonna have to fix it for the sale. So let's at least try not to. You have the Book of Goblins?
Yep.
Okay.
Hand it over.
Alright, our first real puzzle. As
What are you
Aoife from
looking for?
Eurogamer put it, what
The image on the
Resident
door.
Evil bullshit is
Making me
this?
think of a story from the book. Mary Ann wrote.
So it is
You have
a
a way better memory than
very much a Resident Evil puzzle.
Well,
You know, the
Book of
symbols
Goblins was
to
my
open the
creation.
door.
and you'll never let anyone forget it.
Here it is. The one about the
I
princess's
hate
party.
puzzles, but I do like the storybook aesthetics of these bits.
Give it a read. I
Yeah.
think the symbols may represent something in the story.
First ghost memories.
Portal is pretty much
now
the only
storybook
game
puzzles.
where I like puzzles. In general,
What a
like
weird
most
day.
games, I just hate them. But yeah.
What a weird childhood.
Touché.
Yeah, they get a little annoying in Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Previous. Okay, so we have to choose between pelican, bear, frog, what is that thing? Pelican, bear, frog, that guy, and moose, I guess. Okay, so the pelican, pious, and attentive.
What if that gray animal? Is that a beaver?
What's that?
Is that little gray animal a beaver or something?
I think
It's the one
you're
that's
right.
the other symbol.
So it's okay. So it's associated with the gifts that they give to each of them. So the first one is the torch. The torch. So first friend showed up at the door, invited, promising no wolf. There was a buffet. A torch which revealed the truth. Someone wants to make sure I don't get lost in the woods when it's dark, and that I always see right from wrong. Okay, so always see right from wrong. Stalwart and Moose is stalwart and far-sighted. Old Bear with his claws so sharp. Big Frog prattling away. So I think the moose might be the first.
It's a muskrat. Okay, that's a muskrat.
Okay. So I think it's either the moose, stalwart and farsighted, or the old bear, claws so sharp. And since it's already a bear, I'm just going to assume we have to change it, and it's the moose. Okay.
The moose?
Yeah. Okay, so next up...
That one should be bear?
The sword. Well, it's the sword, whichever the sword is. So, Inside there was a magic sword which would leap right out of the bear's hands to defend them. Someone wants to make sure if I'm protected, if I'm ever under threat. So I'm feeling like that's the
Leaped?
bear. Sorry.
It leaped out of the bear. Yeah, try the bear.
Although I'm just gonna
It's either the
check.
bear?
Old bear, claws show sharp. Big frog prattling away. Haughty muskrat. And pelican, pious and attentive. Okay, yeah, I think it's the bear is the second one. And then
Okay.
and then we have the money, or gold. Bag of coins that bag of coins that always provided money if it was something the bearer truly needed. Someone wants to make sure I have money to buy food when I'm hungry and clothes when I'm cold. I think so. Yeah, that's pelican, pious and attentive. I'm pretty sure. Have done this before, but I always forget puzzles. So, but I think I've got. Oh yeah, cool. Right. So this is Marianne. She was obviously operating on a whole different level to like most of us.
And boom,
But yeah,
we're in.
Yeah, how many people have locks?
yeah, like just lock your door. Why this like fantasy, contraption? I mean, imagine like what kind of
Yeah, does the telephone have cryptography and shit?
yeah.
After so many years, I expected this to feel more.
This is some
You know,
nice light
like
though.
a win.
Speak for
The
yourself.
DONTNOD games always
I'm the
have
one who
really
solved
nice
the riddle.
lighting.
Why do I feel like you're not gonna let me forget that?
I think that the kid would have used like code so that the mom couldn't read the journal. You know?
Where do you think we should start looking?
No, so the journal you're talking about the Crafty Goblins one. That was
Where in
this-
this mess
that-
would she
the
stash someone else's personal
Oh,
thoughts?
the diary, right. Because the Crafty Goblins book was made by Marianne, except based on
She and
their
Tessa were
stories.
best friends.
Well,
Until suddenly they
Yeah.
weren't. Wonder what happened.
Either Tessa got sick of Marianne's moods, or Marianne got sick of Tessa's moods.
Yeah.
So maybe bipolar. Huh.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh, what's going on?
Or schizophrenia.
Definitely something serious, like not, yeah. Definitely in that territory, but yeah.
I just can't get through. Whatever's going on, they won't let me in.
That's who she's talking to.
I think Tessa.
They used to tell me everything, but they shut me
yeah.
out, Tessa.
Oh,
They shut
that's
me
right.
out.
We haven't met yet.
I've had so much on my plate lately, and
Oh, maybe they broke up as friends, but
they're convinced I'm
What
the
happened?
enemy, and I don't know why.
Tessa didn't agree with the mom.
I need them.
Yeah.
I need my goblins.
I need my goblins.
We heard her crying. We listened through the door.
Seeing her like this, as if she's still here.
Some nice
Sucks. She was really
wooden
the last few months.
carvings in here.
Yeah.
I tried to read this one. I can never figure out the order of the chapters, though.
Didn't the author go insane or something?
Yeah, that owl is
I
pretty
wonder
cool.
why anyone liked it.
Actually,
The Timeless Seed. Who wrote that book?
I'm not sure if that's a real one.
Sewing lessons were absolute
Do you want to
worst.
Google it?
She made all our clothes. I'm sure she needed
Yeah.
help. And I, for one, am happy I can fix a torn seam.
She always had to have a picture of us close by.
Why this picture, though? I mean, do you see the expression on our faces?
Oh, this explains
I
a
can't
lot.
see what meds
We're mostly full.
that is.
She was too stubborn to take medication.
Yeah, I could definitely see bipolar as well.
Fix a torn seam.
It's here.
Yeah, nothing. I googled.
Yeah. Okay, here we've got the diary.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Do you think she read it?
Of course. She was nosy as hell.
And there we have it. So, yeah.
Conversion camp?
Double twist. Yeah, she clearly knew Tyler was trans, which is news, but also she had both conversion camp and how to raise your trans child.
Tyler.
So it's
What?
still pretty ambiguous.
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
How could
It doesn't
you
make
not
any
overthink
sense.
that?
She was mad, right? She was mad. I cut my hair. She attacked me because I cut my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Then what is this shit?
I don't know. I don't know. Tyler, come here.
She can't do this to me. Not now. When I've finally made sense of a few things.
Not quite this extreme, but I do think, like, you know, my mum passed away.
That was your
and,
first
like,
mistake.
Trying
Thinking the
to,
world made
was trying to piece together stuff from, like, when someone's passed away it is genuinely very difficult, you know, to like make sense or like get a lot of detail. It's like, yeah, I wonder if it'll be easier in the digital age for people to, like, you know, trace.
Yeah, when people leave a what do you call it? Trail and shit.
But yeah, it's like there's often a real scarcity of information, but you know, now we might have the opposite problem. My mum was in a rank and file teachers union, but all I've been able to find about that is one photograph which has like the corner of her hat, like me and Dad both recognized it, that it's like the corner of her hat in the picture, but like none of the rest of her, and like an article about the rank and file teachers organization RAFTO in Broadsheet, which is an old feminist magazine, which is all up online now. So like those are the two things I've been able to find. Otherwise there's like no information, and like if you know, I'm active as a rank and file teacher, like so you know, I've been interested in kind of piecing together mum's history with that, but like that's basically two things I've found, you know, whereas obviously if she was around you could just ask and there'd be all of this you know, experience kind of thing, but you just kind of have to piece it together from all of these sort of scattered documents. I think this captures that quite well, how hard it can be to reconstruct, even when there are people who knew the person. I mean, yeah,
because this is gonna maybe change the context, like maybe, you know, because if the mom tried to kill him or flipped out or something, it could have been because of the mental illness and dealing with discovering her kid was transgender. You know, like how your parents are if you're trans or gay, and they want to protect you from the war, and she fucking became the threat, you know, and was you know, fucking lost it and shit, you know, and I guess she, you know, maybe she didn't even mind yet, you know, she could have been 50 still. Her friend could have stopped being friends with her because she considered the gay, you know, the brainwashing camp, and then, you know, she could have point when the kid came home with his haircut, you know, and just fucking lost it, you know.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just keep playing.
Could have been in the state already, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm obviously not going to spoil anything, so we'll just get back to it.
10 years in the grave, and she's still finding new ways to piss us off.
Yeah.
It's almost like you should have dug into the past.
Well, I don't know.
I think I need some
I feel
air.
like you kind of have to know. There's certainly Tyler's drive in this is definitely to find out what happened.
Yeah. To move forward, for sure. But if his like I was rationalizations to be, you know, healthy and sane and stable right now are based on one way of interpreting context and facts and stuff. If stuff comes out that it doesn't line up with that, you know, it could cause Tyler to
Really
lose
sure?
it.
Yeah.
I am. Do it. Okay.
I found the rustiest scissors I could.
Here we go.
So this is the famous haircut.
Yeah, CG, they still can't do hair completely well.
Whoa. Is it all gone? Yeah.
My sister's cut my hair a few times, but
it looks amazing.
she's a little bit more
Really?
skillful at
Yeah.
it than baby Allison.
I can't wait to show Mom.
Well, like
She's
that
been so
haircut,
sad
it's like
lately.
it's
More
either a
than
really
sad.
bad one or a
She's
really
been scary.
particular
Yeah,
stylized
but not
way of
tonight,
doing a
though.
haircut.
It was almost
but
like
I think
a
it's probably
party.
just a bad
Yeah.
one. But yeah.
Thank you, Allison. You don't have to thank me. You're my sister. I feel more like your brother. Brother, sister, we look out for each other. But I'm pretty sure I just gave you a really bad haircut. Mom?
Like you could pass it for like a punky haircut. But
Yeah, see, it kind of seems like things are kind of in a different place already for the mom, and maybe the kid just walked in.
yeah, the mum's clearly got some kind of mental health stuff going on. But yeah.
Hanging out in the shed with E.T. That's where I was thinking where the diary was going to be, was in the shed.
Yeah.
Mom?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Clearly
Oh,
not
no.
doing well.
No. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Wait! Stop!
See what I mean about the almost kind of horror element to it? Like, it's never quite, it's not quite a horror game, but it's just got these, like, really dark and kind of gothic elements to it, and, like, scary
Disturbing,
elements, but yeah.
Is that a phoenix on the back of the jacket?
Yeah, I think he mentioned it was designed by one of his mentees
found your
at
diary.
Fireweed, which is pretty impressive. Like,
Me too.
Again,
I guess
all
she
of
was trying to
everyone in these
figure out where you
games,
were
all of
at.
the characters,
Yeah.
Everybody's
even-
a graphic
even
artist.
side,
It wasn't some
side,
goddamn research
unseen,
project. I was her child.
like minor characters. Which is nice. It just means a universe full of nice design. But yeah.
About the book.
Raising your transgender child? Do you even know how rare these books were in 2005?
Yeah, see, Inconvenient Truth was like
Was she
2006,
trying
wasn't
to
it?
figure out how to
So,
support me?
it's not that far before.
Yeah, that's why they're saying
She
that you
wasn't
know, she
trying.
just
She never.
it's the
That doesn't
environment
make
way
sense.
before
I
it was
know.
popular.
You cutting your hair
Yeah,
was what
but
set her off, right?
I guess,
Allison,
yeah.
she read my
It's
diary.
just it's
she
not really
already
that
As
knew.
far
before
as
Inconvenient
It
Truth, but
wasn't
I'm just
my
being
hair.
pedantic.
And if we were wrong about that, fuck.
You think she read it.
You
It's
pedantic?
possible she never
Yeah.
even opened the diary, and that things are exactly like we always thought they were.
But if she did and they aren't,
God, Tyler. Sure. I mean, we could have been wrong. But what good does it do to ask the question now?
you mean other than not having to live with the thought that my mom tried to kill me for being me?
Tyler,
Yeah,
I know you want there to
still
be
could have been
something to find.
misreading the room there.
Something that'll
Yeah,
make it all
I mean,
make
they still had
sense.
no idea.
But
They,
she was unhinged.
Yeah,
So that's it
I
then.
think that's
She was crazy.
that's all that
Nothing else to
New
say.
Revelation has told them. It
I
hasn't
think
told
we'd be
them what
better off
happened.
if
It's
we
just
tried
told
to
them
move on.
that they
Why
might
don't we
be
talk
wrong
to a
about
few
it.
people who knew
But,
her?
yeah,
See if that book makes any sense to them.
People
like,
don't want to talk about
still
Mary.
really unclear what her
They
motive
pretend like
was.
that night never happened.
But yeah, and this is again like, even though I think Vice was wrong about this, we keep referring to that review.
Yeah, maybe Tessa has the answer to say that.
Yeah. Even though Vice is wrong about it, one thing that I write about
What
is that
about
it's
Tessa?
sort of both
She was Mary Ann's
isn't about
closest friend.
trans trauma, but
Let's ask her about it.
Sure. But I'll warn you, she's particularly touchy about this subject.
Well, maybe she'll talk to me. I was always her favorite.
Operative word was. But we need to go by the store anyway to get a few things for the repairs.
Great. 2 seagulls?
So this is-
Stay
Well,
with
you
me.
imagine it has to
I'm
be
not sure
pretty,
Listen, I know you don't want to keep talking about this.
you know, taking
You're obviously
the
not gonna be satisfied
transition
until
off
we
the
do.
table. The fact
So let's
that
talk.
this kid killed their parent, you know, that's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, so
why rush the
why the rush?
Why rush the house sale? Is something wrong? We have a plan. I guess just why?
There's something wrong.
Yeah, there's something wrong. Okay.
You've been on edge all day. Is there something more going on with you?
It's nothing.
Definitely.
Pretty
is.
sure it's not nothing. I'd like us to be on the same page.
I thought we were on the same page. Sell this place as quick as possible and move on.
I think that book changed everything because it did. It makes it.
Correct.
Yeah, It means that
And then we found
everything
the
they
book,
thought they
and
knew
things
about
changed.
her
You really don't
is
get
like
It's just
uncertain
with
now.
the way you avoided this place for the last 3 years, I thought you wouldn't want to spend any extra time here.
that? Oh. So that's what this is about.
Maybe a little. Yeah. It's just... You graduated 3 years ago. And this is the first time we've seen each other in person.
Wasn't really. It feels more honest. I feel like couldn't find the time is a shitty thing to say. But, yeah.
It's not that I didn't want to see you. I just wasn't ready to be Tyler in Delos Crossing.
That
I
makes
tried
complete
to
sense to
visit
me.
you. I tried to go to your fireweed graduation. I wanted to bake you a crappy boxed cake and take awkwardly posed photos.
I know.
But you shut me out. All I got was non-responses and half-assed evasions.
Stop making it about you.
Really? What do you reckon? Is that? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's harsh, but yeah. What do you reckon?
I was hiding from everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Look, I didn't want to see anyone.
I don't want to be that
just
harsh on
started
her,
testosterone,
but yeah.
And
Yeah, we don't have to be
I
Chloe.
had the worst
Yeah.
acne. My
Yeah, I
emotions
think
were all
these
over the
characters
place,
are a
and the
lot more
smells-
mature than
Allison, the smells.
Chloe and Max.
Men smell bad.
I know. I've dated a few.
Look, I needed some time to figure my shit out before I asked anyone else to try. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
I think now we're just going through all the options.
So, I was thinking...
Hmm?
Do we need to be in such a rush to sell this place?
We've been over this, and we both agreed it's time for a clean break.
I know, trust me. I'm not talking about staying for long. Just long enough to get some answers.
And you think this house has those answers?
Yeah, just
not.
figure everything out
It's
and
a
burn the
place to
house
start.
down.
Yeah.
Well, it would be a shame if there was something to find and we tossed it out. How about We start digging without putting off the sale. And if it seems like we need more time, we'll talk about it then.
Okay. So,
We have a plan?
Yep. We ask around about Marianne, but we also stick to our repair schedule.
If that's really what you need. All right. Deal.
So, can he pretend to be other people, you know, kind of pretend to be somebody else and kind of get some answers without everybody
Was I the only
thinking
one who ever called you that?
Actually,
that?
no.
Sorry?
there's all the baggage? With all the baggage?
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, do you think that in the investigation that, what's the character's name? Tyler? That Tyler could ask around without saying right away that he's the same person, and maybe he'd get better answers rather than having baggage of like, oh, you're the kid that killed your parents.
I think probably not, because he's with Allison, and people, you know, it's such a small town. You know, people know that Allison's brother was coming back. I feel like maybe if it was like
I
a
used it at Fireweed for a
big
while.
city or something, you could
until
get
I
away
fell
with
upon
that.
Tyler.
But
Most people were
could've
pretty
worked,
chill about the switch. Not everyone, though.
What do you mean?
I had a mentee who refused to call me Tyler. He didn't want my help. He didn't want anyone's help.
I'm sorry. I like the name Tyler, by the way.
Thanks.
So this is from Tyler. Mum and Allison argued again. At least I'm not the only one Mum is screaming at now. Mum almost seemed jealous we didn't tell her what we were planning to do in the forest. Ellie thinks he should tell her about our voice. I think she knows already. Mum seemed really upset when I asked to join the hockey team, like it's wrong for me to play a boys' sport. I'm going to keep asking. I'll try again next week. She said no again. I'm so mad at her. Why does she always say no? Why doesn't she ever let me do what I want to? Allison and I started writing a story. Well, Allison did. She didn't like it when I tried to change anything. Why can't one of the goblins be a boy goblin? Well, at least they've done some, especially on that previous page, some like design that isn't perfect.
Yeah, it's like age-appropriate art.
Yeah. Saw Star Wars at Bobby's yesterday. Luke was so great, but Mum found out we watched it and got so mad. She said it glorified war. Glorified war? Allison, such a hippie. Not Allison. Marianne, such a hippie. Zoom Zoom, I think that's the lightsabers. When I first read it, I was like Xeon, but yeah, no, I think it's the sound effects for their lightsabers. But yeah, there we go. Saturday, 5th February 2005. Would Mum be happier if I could do what she wanted me to? When she looks at me, she just doesn't see me. As I say, the way I'd like to put that is the quote, it's like they bought a present for the person they wish you were. I wish I could show her. I wish I could make her understand. I think she doesn't want to. Allison told me again that it was my fault Mum got angry at us. She is such a sucker. Mum's barely said anything to us in a few days. Ellie said she saw her throwing away pages from the Book of Goblins. And then first of the third, because it's American style dates, 2005. That's a confusing thing about Americans. You put the month first, whereas if it's day, month, year, it's like increasing. Whereas if it's month, day, year, it seems really random.
Passage.
Do this, do that. I'm sick of her voice, and I'm sick of that dumb name too. I'm Ollie the Goblin. Yeah, see, it's interesting. It's like, we don't find out his dead name, but we find out the name he went by before he went by Tyler. It's kind of like it's kind of an interesting midpoint.
Well, maybe the mom was psychic
ring.
too, but also,
from your
it was
boyfriend?
making her
Come on.
unstable.
I told you I'm not with anyone right now.
Yeah,
Don't rub it in.
I was wondering
Why
that
does it look
myself.
familiar?
It was a gift from Eddie. He had them both made at the same time.
Both? Oh, wait.
Yeah. This ring is supposed to be linked to the one he gave you, in a spiritual way.
Do you believe in all that?
You mean, do I believe we could be linked in some other metaphysical way? You know, other than the one that already lets us share thoughts and memories.
Fair enough. Not a bad view, right?
I forgot how beautiful it is.
What do you reckon? I mean, I'm interested in the story, so I'm gonna go for that.
Remember that time we tried to cross the lake after it froze over?
Oh yeah, how can I forget? Marianne lectured us for an hour.
Well, she wasn't wrong, at least. It was really dangerous. If we'd fallen in, no more goblins.
We grew up on this lake. We know how to spot thin ice.
Alright. I think that's enough time enjoying the view.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but...
Yeah, I know. I was the one all eager to go, and then I started waxing poetic about the landscape.
Go ahead. I'll catch up. Need to respond to a message.
My sister, the social butterfly.
Seems we got a trespasser.
What the fuck?
You got 5 seconds to talk me into defending my property.
Your property?
5, 4.
I'm Tyler.
Don't know any Tylers. 3, 2.
Sam!
Ellie? What are you doing out here, girl?
This is our house.
Was I talking to you?
Sam, put the gun down. This is Tyler. My brother.
Well, your brother? Oh, shit. Huh. I guess I heard about all that, but I never...
Is he drunk?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn. You look
He
like
was
a real
sleeping.
man.
So do you, Sam.
You know what I mean.
That's a good response.
Didn't know they could make a woman look so much like a
Yeah.
man.
God. So yeah, second misgendering.
I am a man.
I think those are the only
Not a
two
woman who looks
times
like
that
a man,
Tyler's
Sam.
misgendered
A man.
in the game.
A real man, just like you.
Oh, shit. Guess I'm the asshole again. You gotta excuse us old guys.
I really don't.
Come on. You kids keep changing the rules. You can't expect us to keep up.
Just respect the people are who they say they are. It's not hard.
No, it ain't hard, but it just takes some getting used to.
We'll get used to it, because we aren't going anywhere.
I think it's one thing to make a mistake, but then that sort of defensiveness of you kids
So,
keep changing
what
the
are
rules.
you doing
it's
here
like
exactly?
really not helping.
Oh,
but, yeah.
yeah.
Like
I've
just,
been kind
you
of
know,
keeping an eye
admit
on this
that you
place
made a
for
mistake.
You know?
But,
It's like patching the roof, checking pipes, and all that stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yeah, that's no big deal.
well,
You know,
even
your
this
mama,
guy,
she's,
this like
the special lady.
gun
She deserved much better
toting,
than...
trad,
Yeah, he's
dude.
pretty woke.
Even he's better than JK, but yes.
Didn't you used to help Marianne with repairs and building projects?
Oh, yeah.
He's trying.
Seeing as your mom
Yeah,
never
I
had a
mean,
man around, I just
he fucked up.
took it
but,
on myself to
yeah,
help her
whereas
keep this
JK
place
is
standing.
like someone who
How
is
antiquated.
Doubles
yeah,
down.
doubles down.
Thanks.
But, yeah.
I think the fact that she came out as
in
such
the
a
show place.
as such a hardcore
plan.
turf
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
during Pride
Since
Month,
apparently
when
you
so
went
many
to
trans
Boston.
people of color
Oh,
had
yeah,
been murdered.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But,
This past Pride Month,
selling
I
your
think
mother's
was
house.
really sticking the knife in.
All right.
bad or good. It's all you've got
Then again,
left of
that's implying awareness. But yeah, no, she's an ideologue. But yeah. Okay. No one.
A few bad memories too.
Yeah. Well, clearly, like,
Not all. I'm sure the gun she tried to kill us with is still somewhere in there.
can be
Tyler.
snarky
What?
when he wants to.
Ha!
what Tyler means is, a fresh start is what we both need.
Of course. This place has got to be full of all kinds of bad memories. But maybe some good ones too.
Not helping. Okay, hold to speak using voice.
The puzzle on the door? No.
Well, that's...
He's hammered?
Yeah, we do the internal voice first, and then the dialogue options.
Allie, can you hear me?
Ty, we can't do this when we're in the middle of talking to someone.
Imagine that, they're just standing there,
He's hammered.
like, vaguely
He's always
nodding.
hammered. And who knows? Maybe it'll make him chatty. Now come on.
Yeah, I'm so curious,
People
is
think our
this
family
time
is weird
compression,
enough.
or are they literally just standing there?
Everything okay with you two?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. All
It
right.
is interesting.
We've already... Okay, so you two close puzzle on the door. What do you reckon?
Let's ask about the puzzle on her door. That's pretty fucking
Did
weird.
you help with her door?
Her door?
The puzzle on her bedroom door.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you two kept sneaking in, giving her no privacy, huh? You ever solve it?
Yep.
I
Better
feel
late
like
than never, I guess.
that's
Never
less
solved it
secure
myself.
than just locking it.
I mean, not that I wanted to.
You know, 'cause
yeah.
either way they can force it.
So,
And like the
guess you know all
puzzle
your mama's
is like
secrets now, huh?
is like a thing that
She may
they
have one or two left.
know about. They know about the storybook. So like,
Yeah.
you too close. Puzzle on a
Were you
door.
too close? Yeah.
Yeah.
How well did you know her?
Not as well as I thought.
Yeah, like you said, the puzzle just incentivizes them to keep trying, you know?
Bullshit me.
Yeah.
It really surprised you, didn't it?
Much as anything ever has. Other folks say they saw it coming. Not me.
Well, we've already done that dialogue option, so may as well just do this one.
We should go.
We should get going.
Especially since we're out of dialogue options. I mean,
But yeah, that'd be pretty funny if they just look like they're just standing there. Like, why are you just standing there looking at me?
Especially with him having this looping animation as well, like indicating that it's not time compression. But so okay, he's too wasted to help us, or I have more questions. I don't think you do have more questions. It only gave me 2 dialogue options.
He's too wasted to.
Yeah. Yeah. See, on the one hand, him being wasted helps cover the psychic stalling, but you know, he doesn't look like he can tell you much.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we know he
get going. You
has
two.
like some kind of
Sam?
strange relationship with
We all
her.
gotta get
Like
going.
probably was into her.
Of course.
And
I got lots to do
he
myself.
helped her with the puzzle, but that's
Lots
really
of
it.
to-dos on old Sam's list. And you don't want to keep Brown waiting, you know?
And he's a massive
for
drunk.
Looking out for
It's funny. I really hated like David
Happy to do
Madsen,
I-
whereas I don't hate Sam. And I feel like it's because Sam is more of a
Don't
mess.
hesitate to reach
Like he's
out
still
if you
kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
He's such a mess that
Yeah.
like I sort of am instinctively more sympathetic to him. Whereas
Yeah, David was more of a control freak.
yeah. And he always
Sam?
he wasn't willing to kind of show his vulnerability.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
Of
with
course.
Sam, it's just like
Of course, yeah.
I find I pity him more than I hate him, you know. But yeah.
This place it meant a lot to your mother. It almost felt like
Though David was useful in the end, but yeah.
some part of her is alive here still.
And I think in Before the Storm.
Hopefully,
Well,
the
it's funny. In
house doesn't
Before the
turn out to
Storm,
be a murderous psycho
he's
that
still
tries
an
to kill
asshole,
us in our
but he,
sleep, huh?
you know, you get more of a sense of where he's coming
yeah.
from. But yeah.
Well, take care of yourself, both of you.
But yeah, definitely David's more controlling than Sam. Sam's just like,
Oh, it's just thinking, yeah, but this guy is sober enough to drive.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, go on. I'll
Yeah.
be right behind you.
Sober enough to be wielding a gun, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bear designs on the arm rests.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice couch.
Yeah, again,
Both nice couches.
Yeah. Yeah, this place, I mean, it's like any DONTNOD set. They always have nice aesthetics, but yeah.
But there's a lot of mix matching of styles here. There's like very good styles of each of those, but they all don't match together. They don't go together.
Which I think fits, because it's like Marianne, she's almost like, what's the word? What's the word for like collecting lots of little items? It's like an animal.
Kind of pack rat,
or like magpie kind of thing. Like, just like all these, like a sort of this collage of just different elements that she finds appealing. It's not like she got an interior decorator and she just kind of pulled together whatever kind of secondhand stuff that she liked and mixed it all together. But
Ready to Veni Vidi Vici?
I'm ready to talk to Tessa.
Again, I think it really captures how
just
mixed feelings you're gonna have being raised by like this messy hippie, basically.
It wouldn't be if she reached out to me while I was in fireweed.
A hoarder.
Yeah, total hoarder.
So I'm guessing this is Michael.
Oh yeah, now we are thingy Allison.
Are there any interesting bumper stickers or plates?
I don't think they have the referential plates they had in Twin Peaks, and Life is Strange, including the Twin Peaks reference.
I was there for your introduction of marshmallow vodka and wine coolers, and I've only worked my way up to annoying coworker. Rude.
Don't worry, she told me exactly how miserable she'd be in this town without you.
It's so good to finally meet you. The Tyler talk goes on 24/7, so I feel like I already know you. So, you here to grab some stuff for the homestead, or?
Yeah, we decided it'd be easiest if we just stayed out there.
It's one of the better looking knots in this, the way its hair's done that I've ever seen.
I thought you were referring to Michael, because I was just thinking about how everyone in this game is hot, but yeah. Better looking knots, did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. The first one?
Maybe going to be roommates he wants to move to. Yeah, sure.
Michael is moving to Juneau too. We were thinking of being roommates.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about it? You better not be.
I guess the man bun. I couldn't think.
The only thing that gets me up some mornings is marking one more day off the calendar.
Yeah, I've been playing the samurai game so much I got my hairstyles confused there.
Right.
There could be room for you too.
For sure. The more Ronins, the merrier.
I don't know if
I'm studying to be a chef, so you know it'll be good.
Thing with
and hey, I only snore during allergy season and baseball.
Well, it might be because he's from a culture that has really long hair, but being modern, he might put it up in a bun, or it's a sculpture in a bun. It's hard to say,
yeah. There's this spot called Buzzard Hole I go to.
Because he's got a lot of
like an hour
gauges and nose ring and stuff.
I was wondering, does he have earrings in both ears or just one ear?
Hey, well, if you want to go sometime, holla
at me. Both. He's got gauges in both.
Cool. Most guys I know get all smeagol about their fishing spots.
And he's got earrings and the rings in the middle thing.
She's just jealous because she couldn't
is Gage, is that the one with the like hole in it? Because those
I
have such mixed feelings about. They're like so cool, but they also really creep me out. Like the stretching of the skin element. It's like I both really like them. I think what it's like is I really like them, but I would never want one for myself because it just feels creepy and wrong in a way. But yeah.
Yeah, because when you have to take them out, when you have to go to work and stuff, it's like you have to put the kind of safety ones in there, and it's like stuff is, it's still a little stretched a little.
Yeah.
Some people get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So one of my childhood crushes, not childhood, high school crushes had like a tongue ring, which was at the time seemed like the hottest thing in the world. But yeah.
Yeah, I've known people that had that. It's like I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
And noodles and spring rolls.
I mean, I love tattoos,
And
but
can we get the
for some
coconut
reason
cake
I
for
couldn't
dessert?
get a piercing. It
Easy,
just
easy, my hungry
that just
goblins.
that just creeps me out. But I've got lots
But
of
Auntie
tattoos.
Tessa said we can have whatever we want.
We're clipping into each other. So
I miss Tessa's cooking.
yeah,
She still
Marianne
make
was
those
poor, is what that established,
fried
and the
banana
kids
rolls?
didn't
Tyrone?
really get it.
Right.
No, I'm pretty sure she made them special for us.
Pretty big house.
Yeah, it confuses me, and I don't know if it's just a boomer thing. Like, I don't understand boomer economics, whether that is a plausible thing. But yeah. And whether, I mean, on one hand it's the middle of nowhere, but on the other hand it's a really beautiful spot in the middle of nowhere, like right on the lake. But yeah. How do I get this memory thing going? Oh, there we are. The memory can be a little bit fiddly. Not too bad, but a little bit fiddly.
Look, I'm the ruler of this kingdom.
Yeah, I could kind of see how they get around it, calling him Ollie. Yeah.
Another thing is, you notice, this happens a few times. Tyler is just ignoring the memory, or he was just like standing over there, like looking at the wall.
I can't believe you didn't laugh. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Not as funny
That
as you
happens
getting
a
all
few times.
pouty
It's
when
a
I
bit
didn't
of
laugh at
a
your
minor
jokes.
glitch, I
Love
think.
baiting you. It was my favorite thing.
That's one of those things.
Okay. More socially conscientious posters, I imagine. Well, Bible study.
Yeah, I saw that Russian Orthodox church back there on the way in.
Yeah. Bible study, protect the oceans.
I really hope they get enough
Salmon
signatures on
migration
this.
petition.
On what?
They want to build a fancy hunting lodge up the river. It's gonna totally screw up salmon migration.
Before the storm, they had a whole forest fires running
Crazy
thing.
that they haven't caught him yet.
Who is this? Oh, the mailbox bandit. Right. Yeah. Okay. Should we head in then?
Yeah.
Miseries.
Well, hello, Miss Ronan. Did you forget something in the office?
No, just doing some shopping. You remember my brother, Tyler?
Your brother? Oh, right, Tyler. What a pleasant surprise.
Didn't Allison tell you I'd be by today?
Yes, I think she did. I just didn't expect to see such a dapper young man.
Nice dodge.
Well, I did shower this morning.
Did you just get back into town, or?
More or less. We've been working out at the old house, but surprise, surprise, after 10 years of sitting empty, it was missing a few things, hence the supply run.
Ah, right. Well, we'll get you set right up. It must be nice to be home.
I'm not sure nice is the word for it.
More like
Of
re-traumatizing.
course. I assume being there feels complicated.
That's one way to describe it.
Well, don't let me keep you any longer. I'll be here if you need anything.
Oh, hey, is Tessa around today?
The wife's not in it.
The wife.
I'm sure she'll be around later, though.
Have you seen that meme about whenever straight men talk about the wife? I imagine
Okay,
they
so we
all
need
have
candles
one
and an
giant
all-purpose cake.
wife
Plus
that they
snacks and
share.
drinks. Marvin.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
But we know it's Tessa, so. So shop for candles, tennis, the wife. Capital T, capital W.
So
Yes, I will resist doing a Borat impression.
or the industrial
What's that?
strength planet killer.
I said I will resist doing a Borat impression.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, definitely organic.
Yeah, sure. Let's be
Organic.
happy like
We
our
might
mom.
have to scrub a little harder, but I'd never be able to look those beavers in the eye again if we use
Some
those
granola.
Organic one it is.
So, what kind of lure would you use for a
I
steelhead?
have no idea
Well,
what that means.
it's hard to beat little Cleos, but depends on conditions. Wait,
Is this a pop
It's what
quiz?
kind of things like worms and the fake worms and stuff to catch them, catch a fish
Fish,
that you
fish
put on
and
the hook.
hook. Yeah, they're both fishermen.
Bait.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm so the opposite of outdoorsy that even that is...
Tyler, you want water, soda, juice?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm not picky.
What are we doing?
Wish any of it
Purple
sounded
stuff,
good.
Sunny D.
I think soda. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That is what I would
Grape
get
soda
in the
it
real
is.
world.
Ooh, getting wild.
You can get water
Not very
from a
hippie of
tap
you.
as well. Like, I hate like also yeah. Even if I was a hippie, like you can get water from a tap. Public sanitation is a great thing. Yeah. So.
You think you could take
Depends on what
pictures?
state you're in.
Did you
All
just
the
see
good fishing
Tyler
spots on
glitching over there like that? That was funny.
Yeah.
Skidded. Maybe he was just showing off his like skidding skills. I forgot my phone. Maybe later. What was the question?
Maybe later.
Oop. I haven't.
What do we still need to get?
I haven't found the candles yet. I haven't decided what snacks I want either.
Choice paralysis is a thing.
Analysis paralysis, as they say.
Michael, you want me to pick up some birch syrup for you?
Is that some roundabout way of asking me to make?
Let's see. Fresh cut peonies, triple layer chocolate chip cake, toasted marshmallow.
Keep skipping on some of the dialogue
Oh
there.
yeah, sorry about that.
Just browsing these fancy ass candles.
Okay, scented. I reckon scented. I like scented candles.
You only live once.
Okay, I think that's our shop for candles, cleaning supplies, snacks and drinks.
Oh, canned ham?
Snacks.
Hey,
You got
Tyler,
soda.
candy or chips?
Yeah.
You know I got a sweet tooth, sis.
Chips.
Oh, but he said he has a sweet tooth.
Oh, okay.
So.
Candy it is.
Yeah, I would choose chips as well. It's a little bit more filling, although not really
Okay,
that filling.
I think we're done here.
Tom will ring us up at the counter.
But you know, I'm sure they have real food as well. Hopefully. Hello.
Will that be all?
Yes. Thank you, Tom. Oh, hi, Tessa. We were just meaning to come talk to you.
Hi, Tessa. Long time no see.
Oh my god, you look like a completely different person.
It's me. Plus beard.
Yes.
So we were out at the old house today.
Heavens, why would you go there? Surprised it's even still standing.
We found some stuff in Mary Ann's room that took us by surprise.
Oh, really?
We want to ask you some questions about her. You're the only person who might have known Mary Ann better
The sister
than us.
didn't show him the pamphlet, huh?
I know.
It's funny, she
but I need
held
to
both
ask.
up, but she
is it?
it's like she put the
Did she ever
pamphlet
talk about me
aside
being a boy?
at the same time. Like,
No.
it's kind of a weird moment in their
It
like
never
the
came up.
focus was much more
I
on
found
the
out
book.
much later, just like everybody else.
Mary Ann was
But I think it's
obviously
because the book
concerned.
is probably more
She
surprising.
really didn't confide in you
like,
at all?
You
Your
know,
mother was intensely
religious. I'm just gonna pause. Religious propaganda is not hard to find, but like as Tyler said, like in 2005, having a copy of Raising a Transgender Child, that's a bit more. It's a bit more unusual. So yeah, and it's surprising. Whereas, yeah, and I don't think she was actually like a Christian fundamentalist as well. But yeah, anyway.
Didn't need any.
But she was weighing her options.
Yeah.
This was about Tyler. She was always willing to ask for help when it came to us.
Not at the end. Look, I have a lot on my plate today. I'm sorry. My advice to you would be to try to move on.
It's not that easy.
What happened that night? You can't understand something like that,
Yeah.
but it was
Not
God's
helping.
plan. That's all we can know. I need to go now. Best of luck to you, truly.
Told you she wouldn't talk. It's like she's got CIA training.
Something's weird here. It's weird, right?
Yeah, I feel it too. like something's on the tip of my tongue.
So, looking for a memory. There we are. Ah, I have an F. Okay, cool.
Hey guys, you all done yet?
Yeah, Mom. Can we go outside while you and Tessa play cards?
I'm afraid there's no time for games today, sweetie. Now let's go.
Marianne, can you come here?
Sorry, Tessa, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Oh, what's your excuse this time?
Were they getting female stuff?
Tessa, look.
No, I don't want to hear it. I want to talk to you. Now. Or do I need to start calling in your debts?
Huh. Weird.
I'd completely forgotten about that.
I remember it, but not exactly like that. Here, let's see if we can call up my version, okay?
Yeah, so this is an interesting mechanic the game has. It's yeah, you have different memories of things, which is pretty interesting.
Kind of Rashomon mode.
Yes, which Tyler later says he references Rashomon, but yes.
Mom, can we go outside while you and Tessa play cards?
No, there's no time for games today.
Marianne, can we talk?
No, we can't. Just leave the groceries, kids. Let's go.
Don't. Please, let's just talk for a few minutes. Okay?
Okay. We remember that slightly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Rashomon, you know.
One's
But
more
what happened
threatening and
after that, they walked
the other
down,
one's more
and then Marianne
understanding.
passed
Yeah.
out of the head, right?
Please.
No, Marianne defended us because Tessa got all preachy.
Which is it going to be?
Marianne was angry,
Please.
or Tessa was angry.
So let's
What
just
do you
talk
reckon?
for...
I'm not sure. I'll let you
Now.
choose.
A few minutes. Okay?
I think I'm gonna go with Tyler's.
Marianne was looking for a fight.
Please. Please.
Just more for
Let's just talk
relationship
for a few
reasons
minutes.
rather than
Okay?
I think it was necessarily
Please.
more accurate.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to know.
Stay away from my children. They don't need your
And probably
guidance.
neither
I'm
is,
just trying to
Interesting.
help.
I don't need help.
neither is probably exactly
Not from you, not from anyone else in this
completely
fucking
objective.
town.
Like,
I'm done with all of you.
You're done
which
with the
kind of
food I give you?
throws
The
the
fuel?
whole
Interesting.
mechanic into
But the
question.
kids
Are my children, Tessa.
like-
Mine. Not yours.
By using this
Please,
to
let's not
reconstruct
do this
memories
here.
and it's
Let's
not
go into my
reliable.
office.
It's, I mean, for
Fine.
one thing, it's a much more
Okay.
accurate portrayal of how repressed memory works than you get in a lot of
You wait
media.
here.
But yeah,
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
but yeah, a lot of the
So what do you think that was about?
I'm still skeptical, but
so
Okay.
well, I mean,
For
I
now,
know
let's
because
say
I played
Marianne
it.
was
So what do
being
you think it was about?
very-
Oh, well, I guess they really were trying to help her, but were they trying to put the kid in
What
the
do you think they
camp?
were arguing about? Me?
don't know.
Hmm.
It was impossible to
Well,
hear
given that the
until
mom
she
is more of a
cranked up the
hippie,
music.
maybe she was more
But hey,
understanding
now that we know she was lying to our
and had
faces,
the book.
let's ask her.
Yes.
And maybe the people that were religious, like her, like the other lady, Tessa, were trying to get the kid in the Bible camp.
Yeah, and you said, are they trying to help her trying to get them in the camp? And of course, in these people's minds, getting them in the camp is helping because, they've got a warped sense of moral, everything. It does seem like at least that the pamphlet came from Tessa. That at least seems to be the case. But yeah, it's there's still obviously some ambiguities.
Can I help you, Allison?
Oh, no thanks. I'm good.
She does
I'm
work
just
here, so I feel
looking
like
for
she can
something
get
that I
away with a
forgot.
bit of prying.
Man, Tessa keeps track of everything in these notebooks.
Like what?
Any loans she's given out, the stuff she lets
Pelican.
regulars take for free, even her tithes.
And then what? She starts passing out horse heads if people don't pay her back?
I think she just likes having a record. She's gonna hand it off to St. Paul like a resume.
So the pelican was in the storybook was pious and attentive, and gave money to the princess. So it's definitely suggesting that that Tessa's the pelican here. Yeah, she like loaned Tessa stuff, and she's obviously pious in her horrible religious way. But
what's this doing here?
pious pelican. It's a bit weird just blatantly stealing it though from Tessa. Like surely she wants to hold on to that as like a memory of Marianne. Especially she has it really prominently displayed. Like it must be quite old, and it was just blatantly sitting there. And yeah, she just steals it.
What's the stuff in there? What other books?
I think I already.
Can I help you, Allison?
Oh,
Sure,
no
Tessa.
thanks. I'm good. I'm just
Tessa's so
looking
passive
for
aggressive.
something
What's
that I
that?
forgot.
Yeah.
That's the ledger.
I think it only gives me a look, but not a investigate.
Stuff she lets
I think it might be that like maybe
Starts
there's
passing
like
out
an
horse heads
investigate
if people don't pay her
mechanic
back.
that gets
I think
unlocked.
she just likes
if you
having a
do
record.
something.
She's gonna hand it off to St. Paul like a resume.
Okay, let's talk to Caesar.
Is there something I can do for you?
Wait.
Your fight with Marianne?
Yeah.
Earlier,
Well, she must do the finances for the church or something.
You two had a big fight a few months before her death, didn't you?
We argued all the time. You'll have to be more specific.
This wasn't about who cheated at Canasta. This was intense. You locked yourselves in the office so we couldn't hear.
I'm sorry. It was a long time ago. Now, I was in the middle of something.
Okay. We'll leave you to it. Damn it.
I think she knows more than she's letting on.
Duh.
You think?
There's no way to nail her down when we don't even know what we mean.
If we could pinpoint what it was about, she'd be out of excuses.
Sure, but how do we do that? The music was too loud to make out what they were saying.
Marianne and Tessa were obsessed with that song. It was on all the time.
What are you thinking?
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Maybe listening to it will trigger something.
You may be onto something here, Ronan.
We can't go back to her with anything half-assed. We should go talk to Tom. Make sure we build as strong of a case as possible.
Okay. Let's see if we can figure out what song it was. Hey, Tom.
There's something I can help you with?
Should we go straight to the chase, or?
I think kind of take a roundabout way to get to it.
Yeah.
Like, how's the business?
How's
etc.
business?
Oh, a little light on customers, but that's given us time to finish up
Don't
the
want to
inventory.
arouse
I
suspicion.
think we might close early.
Although
Maybe
that's
catch the
kind of
final of
unavoidable,
Survival on Ice live.
ultimately.
Don't tell Tessa, but I'm rooting for Butch. She thinks he's too cutthroat. I say that's the game. You tried that new chocolate bar we got in last week?
Oh, no. Not yet.
I didn't think I'd like it. Habanero and chocolate. But it's not bad. What'll they think up next, huh?
How's the campaign going?
What's next on the campaign trail?
A rally down at the harbor. The fishermen are getting pretty fed up with business as usual. I've got some ideas about how to keep the fish populations up, but also put food on the table. Grab some flyers. Help spread the word.
Okay, go for the answer.
Yeah.
This might be a weird question, but do you remember the song that Tessa and Marianne used to love? They played it all the time.
How could I forget? I think she's still got the CD back here. A little worse.
Oh, good. It wasn't like your, hey, what was that song you heard like 25 years ago?
Yeah.
Randomly.
Here it is. I was happy when it got put away, to be honest. A bit cheesy for my tastes.
Oh
Yeah, sounds, music, and spells are very good for remembering things.
Yeah. So this is obviously copyrighted, and we've turned off all copyrighted music, and now we just have to wait for the cutscene to play out.
I think so. Whoa. I
Like
just
those
got hit with a
particles,
flood of
they're
memories. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we check this one out?
Well, it's so funny is that like for memories that are kind of hard to see, those are like really bright particles and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And bright, shining.
That's so embarrassing!
Oh, yeah?
It's almost
Tessa,
fits
come
with the,
join
like,
me. I know you love this song.
No, I
atmosphere,
couldn't possibly.
or the, like, you know,
Some of us
icy
are
kinda
actually
atmosphere.
trying to get work done here.
Mm.
I forgot how carefree she could be.
What the hell happened?
And maybe it's like because they live up by where the what do you call it, the polar lights or the magnetic pole stuff up north, you know.
Yeah, I feel like there's another memory we're looking for here. Definitely.
But
What's that?
I see it's forming.
Where?
You see it forming around you?
Oh, it's
Keep going forward.
I mean, I know it's around me, but I have to find the figures.
Allison, I thought we were looking for more memories.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I was daydreaming.
Oh, there we are. There we are. Okay.
What are you doing here?
I thought you needed help at the store.
I needed help 2 hours ago. Have you been drinking?
What? No, I just had a day, okay? I took a pill.
Yeah, I think she should
I'm
take her
fine.
meds.
Oh, man.
I said I'm fine. Kids, come on, let's go.
Wait, please. I have something for you. Take a look at this when you get home, okay? They can handle this confusion. I've been working with these people for years. They can help.
Pamphlet.
What do you think that pamphlet was Tessa gave to Mary Ann?
I don't know. I saw it in Mary Ann's room. It had a creepy vibe, but I didn't think much about it. It was bad, though.
Really? They couldn't intuit what that was?
Well, it's funny. She says she doesn't know, but then says maybe conversion therapy. So she kind of does know. I don't know. Maybe she's just.
And we need
Maybe
to get Tessa with some
she's
hard proof.
like. She knows it could
sworn
be
there were
really
more
triggering,
memories,
and
but
so she sort of
now I don't
avoids
see
it
anything.
initially. I'm not sure.
Where'd they go?
I think we can only see them when the song is on.
Did he say they need the song on to keep memory? To keep remembering.
Do you think you could play the song again?
Here it is.
We're flying blind here.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the board?
Sorry?
On the cork board, the bulletin board?
I don't think anything.
Any of those flyers? No.
Anything that relevant. Yeah. Come on.
Okay, you know where they were standing? Like right up ahead, I think. Where all go back,
Yeah.
that shelf. Right there. Turn
There
around.
we are,
Turn
there we
around.
are. Cool. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
The kids keep pestering me for these candies, but they're so expensive.
Oh, just grab a bag. It's fine.
Oh no, I can't, Tessa.
It's nothing.
Okay. But write it down in your little notebook.
Okay, okay. Whatever you want. There. Happy?
Yes. And I'll be by on Wednesday to help you close, like I promised.
Tessa acted like she was Marianne's mom sometimes.
I think you mean Tessa was self-righteous and treated Marianne like a charity case.
She was trying to help.
We should go find that notebook she was holding. Pretty sure
That's
I saw
such
one marked
complicated.
2004 in the
Like,
office closet
you know,
earlier.
you can feel shame about having to rely on people, and then it's like, is the person actually guilt tripping you, or is it just your guilt that you're sort of projecting onto them? It can be hard to figure out. And add to that, this was like, what, 15 years ago, and they were kids. It's like pretty hard to disentangle some of the
Is it
stuff.
okay if I run a quick Google search? My phone's dead.
Sure, but make it quick. I'm going to need the computer.
What if I... Okay, I don't think that's relevant. Okay, here we are.
There you go.
Yeah, preventing same-sex attraction.
Virtue seekers, that's kind of like the Oath Keepers.
Right.
Or the virtue, it was the one from the 90s. What was that? The Oath something?
I don't know, but families, anything with families in the name makes me suspicious. But oh yeah, this one's funny in a dark way. So it's like someone talking about so Lisa has flaked. She hasn't shown up in weeks. I know we're moved by her performance of Danny Boy, but what good is a beautiful voice if she can't show up on time every week? I think we should start planning the Winter Gala without her. Now, what I find darkly funny about this is, seize the day, Robin Williams. Like, so in other words, I assume this person is possibly depressed. Like this person who has not been turning up. And then it's like, I'm just gonna quote this like depressed artist, after saying, well, we should just exclude her. I don't know. I have a somewhat gallows sense of humor with these things. I feel like the fact that she chose like a depressed celebrity after being like, what a flake kind of thing is I don't know if that's an intentional dark joke or if I'm just reading too much into it, but it does seem a bit ironic to be like, Robin Williams after after that. But do we have
enough to talk
I'm
to
not
her with?
sure. I feel like we might.
Can I help you, Allison?
Sure,
no thanks. I'm good. I'm just looking for something that I forgot.
Examine. Okay. Good.
2004.
Anything interesting?
Let's see.
Eric B. Marianne. There we are. Okay.
No show.
Wow.
It looks like Marianne started flaking on her debt in October 2004.
5 months before.
No show.
That night.
No show.
I think we've seen enough.
Yeah, we've got a good sense of what went down. Let's talk to Tessa.
Yeah, so Marianne was not doing well. Okay, I think we're ready to talk to Tessa now.
Okay.
I'll just see if there's any more, what do you call it, sparkles. Sparkly memories. No, it looks like the sparkles have gone. Okay, cool.
I think we've seen enough.
Yeah, we've got a good sense of what went down.
Cool.
Let's talk to Tessa.
Okay, cool.
Is there something I can do for you?
Okay, so we're not just shopping, and there's probably no point lying at this point. What are you up to?
We remember details?
Yeah, I think that's the other way to go.
We're back. With details that should help your memory.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Marianne was having one of her days. You were trying to talk, but she wasn't cooperating. The two of you started arguing, and you went in the office and cranked up that song you both loved.
And when was that?
Well, our memories don't exactly have timestamps.
I feel like it was, for some reason, I feel like it was later in the year. Because also, there was the October, the book, the with the stuff owed, and it was like later in the year that she started bouncing and stuff. So I'm gonna say.
So like October.
Yeah.
October 2004. That was when she stopped trying to pay her debts, right?
Yes. I don't know why. She always found a way to pay before that. But we never argued about money.
She's totally passive-aggressive, judgy.
I was frustrated, but you can't squeeze blood
Yeah.
from stone.
Yeah. We didn't think you guys were arguing about money.
You were mad she bailed on you. You told her about the camp. I think let's go for the camp. She was done being judged.
She was done being judged, or you told her about the camp.
Yeah, I mean that's the information. That's like key
You know you
information.
support the Alliance for Traditional Families, and that you gave her the pamphlet.
Well, let's see how she reacts.
Yeah,
What
yeah. Going for the jugular a bit. It was Virtue Seekers.
What camp?
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was Virtue Seekers, wasn't it? But yeah.
The first one, yeah.
The Virtue Seekers Youth Camp. It was conversion therapy. You told her that Tyler should go there.
Look, your mother was in a bad place. It was clear she was coming apart at the seams. She told me she'd been struggling with you, and
Yeah,
I
like I
heard
said,
such
she
good
thinks
things about that
she
camp.
thinks she was helping, but
Your
she
answer
wasn't.
to my mother's bad moods was to send me to conversion therapy?
It's what I thought would help both of you at the time. Tyler, it was worse than bad moods. She was not well. Not well at all.
Do you know what they do to kids in those places?
I do.
She's still
No.
receiving the
How did
emails.
Marianne
Like,
take your helpful
did she just
suggestion?
forget to unsubscribe?
Bad. She wanted to let you be whatever perfect little butterfly was in that cocoon.
Still passive aggressive.
Yeah,
We argued
but
about it.
that's a revelation
So
that
she was cool with who
she
I was.
yeah
She was more than that. She
Yeah.
was trying to learn.
So maybe Tessa was not happy with that
Yeah, so
back then.
yeah, so
Okay.
Tessa
get out of
was
your way
well. We
then.
know Tessa was
Thanks,
a fundy, but yeah, Marianne was trying to learn. Like she made mistakes and that, but she was trying to learn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can we grab our groceries?
Michael
It
already
must
put
be,
them
it
in
would
the
be really
trunk.
tough
Okay,
for
thanks.
Tyler knowing
Bye, Tom.
she was trying to learn
See
and
you
he never
later.
got to know her like after that.
What are you thinking?
know?
Mm.
He only
Trying to
knew her
wrap my
before
brain around all that.
she'd sort of
Can't
figured it
believe
out.
you got Tessa Becky to talk about the past. Bravo.
Yeah. Marianne, she had my back. It really doesn't change much, right? She was still fucking crazy. She still tried to kill
Maybe they were
me,
coming to take the kid to go to
but knowing she was trying
therapy,
to protect
and
me
she had the gun
before
to
whatever
stop
the hell
Tessa.
happened that pushed her over the edge. It feels good, Allison.
Hey, look at me. You are allowed to feel however you are feeling about this.
Yeah, there's definitely
God, I could
an
use a
implication
smoke.
she had the gun for another reason.
You're
That's-
speaking my
yeah.
language.
I mean, in the first place, like,
What?
even as
Sorry,
he remembered
just
it, like, she had the
Thinking about
gun
what this means.
before she knew
Yeah,
about the haircut.
Me too.
You know, she had the gun and then he turned up.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
So why'd she have the gun in the first place?
Well, it's a good thing Eddie's expecting us. He knew Marianne pretty well, and he was in charge of her case.
Did he ever mention anything about the investigation to you?
So yeah, I think that this is really
Never
interesting in terms of
sure
unreliable
he thought
memory
I was
because they're
far off.
entirely relying on,
Guess that might have made
or
for
in
some
large
awkward
part,
inner conversation.
relying on their memories to solve the mystery.
Exactly.
But they're
But I mean, he's a
unreliable,
good cop.
so it's like,
Thorough.
you know,
Yeah.
the central mechanic gives them unreliable information. But yeah, but I guess they just have to use that as like almost more like a feeling out device and then investigate from there and find some actual hard evidence. But yeah, it doesn't really tell them anything definite. It just points them in a certain direction, I guess. But yeah.
Well, it's like it's stronger than a hunch, but not solid as fact.
Yeah. Which I think is really interesting. And this is another thing Vice got completely wrong, is that they interpreted the whole mechanic of choosing memory. They interpreted it as therefore one memory is objectively correct. And that's not what I take from it at all. They
This is kinda bleak.
They just
It's usually
they
more
choose the
crowded,
memory, but
but
they're
the
not
other
really.
officers punch out at
It's
6
not
o'clock
really a
shifts.
sure bet. It's really
There's no crime after 6?
often more based
The
on
mean streets of Delos Crossing?
either what
Just
they would
bears and
prefer to
drunken
be
disorderlies.
true or what would
And Uncle Eddie can usually
like
handle them
maintain
on
their
his own.
relationship as siblings a lot of the time.
But what about Drunk Bear?
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Anyway, he's probably in his office.
And the sort of objective
upstairs.
information isn't really what comes from the memories. It's largely either what people tell them or what they find in documentation, and that
Yeah.
memories just kind of
They
point
still
them in a
got this
certain
creepy
direction.
mascot, huh?
That is
Yeah.
a scare. I mean, it's a cop for one thing, but also it's some
A beaver.
giant beaver. I don't know. What do you think? It's a local hero, or this thing scares the kids?
This thing scares the kids.
Wait, the option went away, but
I am the law.
I want to catch up on all the Delos Crossing.
Oh, there we
gossip.
are. Okay, it's gone away again. Okay, just public safety stuff. Meet me when you're done. Yeah, just public safety stuff. I think I've looked at that.
Oh, that's all just
board
public
before.
safety stuff. Nothing that interesting.
And I think she's right. They've got there's the mailbox
Home sweet
bandit.
home.
There's some ecological stuff. It's just kind of local
Yeah,
tech.
whenever
stuff,
he was
but,
working. The whole precinct's basically
Man,
family.
that heater really looks like it's blasting.
It's freezing in here.
Shouldn't be that close to the computers. What does that say?
Patients will be. I don't think any of this is relevant information for us.
Oh,
Are those the mailbox bandit suspects?
Anyway.
Officer Greg's? The one who was with us that night.
Yeah, he's still here. He became a bit of a local celebrity after nabbing him. You remember Dan and Shelby?
I think so. The high schoolers who were always pissing Tessa off because they would blast fish and make out in the Becky's parking lot.
Yep. Dan's a cop now. They're married and have a kid, a dog, the whole shebang.
Damn. When did everybody decide to become an adult?
Okay.
I thought he was gonna say, when did everyone decide to become a cop?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I wouldn't necessarily equate being a cop and being an adult.
Oh my god, that's the cutest.
It's cute, but don't tell me you've got baby fever.
Ew, no.
Although it is
Why do men
funny,
always-
funny, like having, getting to the point in life where all your straight friends start marrying and having kids, and it's like,
I
I don't think I'm gonna join this particular trend, but yeah. Here we have kind of a memory somewhere. Yeah, here we are.
There it is. It's like Aurora Borealis, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Or aura for a migraine or a seizure, you know?
Hours, and this is the only room with a bed.
Anywhere but a cell. We'll find some other place.
Here we go again.
God, not here too. I'm not ready.
So the deputy was pretty sensitive to the fact that this was a kid, huh?
Yeah.
That's Denise Wilson's desk. Remember her?
Crazy D? The woman who set fire to her ex's trailer?
Allegedly set fire. She was acquitted. And that's Officer Wilson to you. Oh no, it was her birthday. I completely forgot.
You're a terrible person.
It's your
a
fault.
cop.
I was
You
so
don't-
excited to
don't-
see you that
don't
it
feel
completely
bad.
slipped my mind. Remember this fella?
No way.
Pyro cop.
Yep. He died last year putting himself between D and a bear.
Damn. Poor D.
Alright, so I don't think any of that was particularly important information aside from local texture and character stuff. She's friends with this one, the one at that desk. This makes me think of like Resident Evil or whatchamacallit. Fallout 4. It looks like I'm gonna get a stim pack from there to fight some zombies or whatever.
Yeah.
It's blocked. No more jingly memories. I think
Something's
it's
in the way.
upstairs time. Now to feel conflicted about the generally charming cop.
Allison, hey. Just finishing up a call. Trying to convince Melinda the Ravens and her garbage aren't police business. Give me a few minutes. Make yourselves a cup of coffee. Here's the key to the break room.
Thanks.
Come back upstairs when you're done, okay?
All cops are bastards.
The machine is in the break room downstairs.
No exception.
I have to hate him. Okay. So, break room. This isn't the break room, is it? But I'm gonna do it anyway.
It's probably the one that's locked.
Yeah, I think
Something's
it's
in the
this one
way.
out here. Cool.
Okay, let's go in.
Not the locker room. What does that say? Arctic puppies, mushes, little helpers. Oh yeah, it's the doggy race.
Ugh.
Yeah, Iditarod, yeah.
Okay. This D was.
If you don't want athlete's foot, don't go in the
You
locker
sure you want
room.
coffee this
Jeez.
late in the day? You'll be up all night.
I don't think I'll sleep much anyways. Too much on my mind.
Those dusty couches won't make it any easier.
He's sleeping on the couch.
Hey, you okay?
Back home?
Yeah. Seems like it's such a massive place they could set something else up.
Yeah. They should have brought some sleeping bags with them.
I can't
Just the
do
dust
this.
mites alone,
Calm down,
jeez.
Allison. Stick to the plan. Come on, don't freak out on me now. I can't, please, I can't lie. We already lied. It's all gonna be fine, okay?
Can we tell who's who based on the hair still?
Okay.
That young? Yeah, because one always is trying to have it a little shorter, huh?
Yeah, and this is
ever
after
regret-
the haircut. Cause
No
it's,
way. Well,
that night.
maybe once or twice early on, but now, no way. I mean, look where we're at. Look where I'm at.
But yeah, you also notice
I'm glad he's probably done by now.
he's
We should go find him.
in the dialogue he's credited as
mind if I go
as
inside
young
that room for a
Tyler
second?
rather than
You sure?
yeah, rather than Ollie or some such, which is like that's been for like an example of something that's been in guidelines for ages, but like the news press doesn't always do it. So like this is a case of something that
There was a trans man that was murdered in Tallahassee this year, and they still were dead naming and refusing to use the correct gender and everything and use the guidelines.
Yeah.
And that happened like a couple years ago here too. Again, just they just refuse.
Yeah, and you get sometimes people sort of will use one name post-transition and then another name for reporting on pre-transition, but like generally the preference is that like it should be the same, like use the post-transition preferred name for like also retrospectively, and they do that in this, and that's like one of the many things that they get right in this, partly because of working with Glad, but
Here, have a seat.
All right.
But yeah, when a woman was murdered, I think a couple years ago, they were like a man in a dress was found dead,
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you fucks, you know what you're doing.
It's that vase.
Yeah.
They glued it back together.
What's that?
One of their little.
What's that back there?
Oh, one of the
No way.
little.
Have you been hiding back here all this time?
That's kind of strange.
Yeah, I kind of don't buy how little has changed in 15 years. There's so many things that you'd think had been stashed somewhere, and they're all just like sitting there, like quite visible. It's same thing with Tessa's.
Oh, I wonder if that's. I wonder if that's like supernatural. These
Possibly,
things.
yeah, because it's like
The fact that they're in the same place.
Yeah. It's like Tessa having the records from 2004, in like one of the most prominent spots in her cupboards. It's like it's a bit weird, but yeah.
Is that pie?
Yeah, I think so. Or cookies.
And coffee.
Cookies.
And pie. Oh,
love
it's
that,
this.
Henry.
I was gonna say Twin Peaks.
Right.
Some damn fine coffee.
Yeah, this is very Twin Peaks. I mean, like, DONTNOD games always kind of have that element, but in some ways this is a lot more Twin Peaks, just in terms of the setting than Life is Strange was. But yeah.
I'm pretty sure Chief Brown is done with his phone call by now.
Ooh, that's gotta be a new record.
Days without bear sighting, 4 days.
Ouch. I guess that's gallows humor there. They could joke about it even though somebody was killed by a bear.
I'm pretty sure Chief Brown is done with his phone call by
I
now.
guess they're prompting us to go on.
Hey, sorry that took so long. Sometimes these old folks want us to come out just because they're lonely.
No worries, Uncle. Hey, you remember this guy?
Yeah, of course. How can I forget? Tyler Ronan, back in Delos Crossing.
It's good to be back.
And just look at you. A man grown.
Yep, guess I ate my Wheaties.
The whole clan's so proud of you. How you work with those kids at Fireweed. I always say children are the future.
I thought that was Whitney Houston.
Come on, bro. You stole her entire act from me. Everybody knows that. Look at you two.
Corny.
And it feels so good, huh?
Definitely corny.
Yeah, not sure how I got by without this dork. Look, Eddie, we aren't here just to say hi. We found something in Marianne's
Voices are
room.
quite echoey.
Things aren't really adding up anymore, and we've got questions.
Oh yeah?
Comes and goes.
Yeah. Marianne worried about something. What were her last days?
How about what were her last days like? Or what was?
Did anyone mention anything about her behavior in the
More
days
broadly
leading up to
informational.
that day? Anything at all?
No. Everyone I talked to said it took them by surprise.
Did you see her at all? Like, in those last few days?
No. I hadn't seen her for weeks. Maybe a month before.
Well, we'll do the remaining.
Was she worried about something?
Yeah.
Did she mention anything about us that might have been worrying her? About Tyler in particular?
No. She dealt with those kind of
That's
worries
kind of a
on her own.
loaded question.
Kept the rest of us at arm's length.
I see.
I will tell you one thing, though. Your mom. Never knew her to hate anyone for being unconventional. Usually, it's the other way around.
So the indigenous people took them in. But she was having trouble with the religious white people.
Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle Eddie.
If you want my advice, nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but there
Yeah,
is.
imagine just leaving
Can we
this.
take a
Like,
look
I
at the
don't.
file?
I don't think.
Maybe
Imagine
we'd see
trying to
something we
leave, not
Her
knowing
case file, or
why
police
your
file,
mother
whatever you
died.
call it. We
Like,
keep
I
those
don't.
pretty much forever,
It's
right?
like not
We
even
do, but I
natural.
can't just
I
pull it
don't-
out
I
right
think
here,
people would
right
have
now.
Real trouble
Their
with that.
procedure.
You're the
Like-
chief.
Which makes it even more important that I follow
And
procedure.
just end up with
Yeah.
a lot of
Are you
repressed
gonna help us,
bullshit
or are
that
you
you
gonna be a
hadn't
cop
really
about
dealt
Tyler!
with.
No, it's fine. Tyler, I know you resent me, but Fireweed was the best deal I could get you.
I'm not mad about fireweed, but I may be a little salty you kept my sister away for 7 fucking years.
Yeah. That's what this is about? Look, that was the court's recommendation. They're the experts. I just went along.
Yeah, sure you did.
Trust me, son. We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense, but we couldn't be sure.
I can't believe this.
Look, we couldn't be sure, okay? I was trying to protect you both.
So you still not sure?
What?
You still think keeping us apart was the right call?
She was traumatized.
We needed each other to heal, and you took that away from us.
So why didn't you let your sister visit when you turned 18
Uncle,
then, huh?
please. Let's move on.
She's never gonna tell you how much that hurt her, but it did.
That was about me. It wasn't about her. Allison gets that. And 3 years is nothing compared to 7. Right, Allie?
Yeah, I'm siding with Tyler. You agree?
Yeah.
I mean, partly because ACAV, but also...
Look, Uncle,
yeah,
separating
I do
us like
think
that did not help me
separating
heal.
them probably
If anything,
did
it
harm
was
them.
the opposite. Even if he had been dangerous, I'd have taken the risk. Being apart was that
Like, they're so
miserable.
close.
I didn't know you felt that way, little
And it's
Moose.
like a common traumatic experience
hard
that
to
they
talk
need
to
to
you
be able to
about it.
process.
I didn't want to seem ungrateful. Look,
But she already
we've all
complained
fucked up.
about 3
We've all
years,
hurt
you
each
know?
other.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he just
Isn't
complains
that
about
what
the
family's
7, and then she's like, and he's like, right?
Yeah.
You know, to her?
Yeah.
I mean, did they just have an argument?
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
like
that's
this.
true. It's
I
a,
wonder who
like...
raised who.
I think the downplaying
stay the night at the
Tyler
old
down.
house.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause. Tyler downplaying that is not necessarily great, but but also for Eddie to be bringing that up, it's kind of a deflection because it's like, well, yes, that wasn't necessarily ideal, but it doesn't make it okay that you kept them apart for 7 years, you know?
Yeah.
They're kind of separate issues, really. But yeah.
We better get going.
You wanna grab a bite first? It's on me. Don't want to send you out there with empty stomachs.
I would not turn that down. Okay, let's go.
Him telling him to drop it is kind of fishy.
Look, Mad Hunter.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I mean about slight horror elements? It's not a horror game, but that, yeah. Just sort of low-key horror elements. Yeah, so the Mad Hunter, so it's not... It's becoming unclear, the line between the fantasy and reality, I think, with that shot. But, yeah.
Allison! Allison!
I mean, she could have been hallucinating.
Mm.
Mad Hunter.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Please, Mom. I'm sorry I cut my hair. I won't do it again. I'm going to kill you! No. Please. Please. Mom, no. Mom, please. No, don't do this.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, it wasn't Tyler.
Allison.
There was
This isn't...
they had an exchange in the evidence room that led to me figuring that out first time around. But yeah, so it was actually Allison. Not the evidence room.
I killed her.
Whatever room they're staying in.
Allison, we need to call for help. I killed her. No, you didn't. I killed her. And when they come, that's what we're gonna tell them. No, no. Yes. We look out for each other. That's what goblins do. and brothers and sisters.
I was thinking the hunter was going to kill her. Shit.
Right.
We're gonna be okay.
And then that would just bring up even more questions.
Yeah.
Of, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. All right, there we are. That's game. Well, episode 1.
Wow.
Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, what did you think of the first episode?
That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Shut up, Vice.
Yeah, not enough trauma. Yeah. Again, the first time anyone has said that about the DONTNOD game, I'm certain. But yeah. I mean, it's funny. I've played it twice now and watched a couple of playthroughs, and my emotional reactions to things are very different each time. I find this with a lot of DONTNOD games. It's like one time I'll watch a scene and it hit me really hard, and then another time, like this time, it didn't really hit me as hard as it had a couple of other times. But like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's like they're very emotionally intense, but it really depends what state you're in at the time that you're playing them. And like, and so it's like something.
Boy, look at how many designers are in the credits, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I feel you there. Yeah.
So should we skip to the?
These games have some replayability. You know, when you have the different conclusions you could come to, and the different answers.
Yeah, well, I think absolutely. I think DONTNOD games have a lot of replayability. I mean, in the Life is Strange games, I think you have more choices, really, than you do in Tell Me Why. And so, in that case, like, part of the interest of replaying is to follow different kind of choice paths. And this, I feel like I'm finding Tell Me Why a little bit more narratively constrained than Life is Strange. But, like, it's still a really good story, and, like, you know, replaying, you can kind of figure out the different dimensions of all the character relationships and that.
Yeah, and it's like they might be hitting that wall that Telltale Games hit, where like after like 6 games of different properties, you know, all the games became the same, you know. So if you played one Telltale game, you've played them all, and I think they run that risk of the game mechanics here that, you know, maybe that's why they didn't want to make this a proper sequel to Life is Strange, is because they didn't want to have the diminishing returns of, you know, the mechanics becoming more constrained and not breaking any new ground.
Yeah, because I felt like Life is Strange 2, like, I actually thought, like I said this in the podcast, but the ending, having like 4 to 7 possible endings in Life is Strange 2, and that they were so contingent not just on the choices you made at the end of the game, but all the choices you made up until that point, was like it was kind of a step forward for the mechanics of the series. And this is like a lot simpler, but it's still a really good story. So I think if you just accept that it's like, it's a drama with some interactive elements, and it's not like as choice-based as you might hope. It's also smaller, like it's a 3-episode, whereas the 2 main Life is Strange games were 5-episode games. So it also gives you less room to move in terms of different narrative paths and stuff. But anyway, so choices. Ellison was happy that Tyler accepted Eddie's peace offering. That's a majority of players. Again, we were with majority on solving the riddle, because you can actually bust the door open, which I don't know, seems to be kind of missing the point a bit. But Tyler felt supported by Allison's trust at the store. So yeah, see, that choice about which memory to go with, it doesn't really come down to which is the objectively correct one. It's really just about how it affects their relationship. But yeah. And Tyler was reassured of his bond to Allison when she sided with him at the station. Oh yeah. So majority sided with Tyler against Eddie, which is good. But yes. So yeah, in this one we're mostly aligned with the majority choices. Tyler earned Sam's respect. This one's about 50-50 for calling him out. but slight majority for calling him out. Tessa opened to about up to the twins about Mary Ann. So this is another 50-50 one. Yeah, imagine not getting the answer. I guess I say that this game isn't that there's not that many options, but like you kind of, I think the thing is, even though there's not, things wouldn't have changed that much depending on the choices we made. It's more that you have to explore. It's a mystery game, so you have to get the memories, investigate the closet and the computer, and then if that doesn't happen, you won't necessarily get the information out of Tessa. So it's less, in some ways, it's less choice based than exploratory, like mystery, and the less you explore, then the less information you get, I guess. And the majority sided with Tyler, 70% majority. But yeah.
So what now?
Well, he's obviously not going to give us the truth. So I say we go get it ourselves.
Wait, you're not seriously thinking of breaking and entering a police archive?
Go big or go home.
So yeah, they're gonna do some stealth investigating. So yeah, so that's episode 1.
Thanks everyone who has contributed that we listed before. And again, it's at firefund.net/jetpack. And again, our ultimate aim is 1,000 euros for over 10 hours of anti-fascist and anti-racist interviews. And again, how quickly did we raise that? 360
we
euros.
raised that in about the first 2 or 3 days. So we I think we got 350 actually in the first 2 days, I think. So our next aim is 700 euros, which would help us to transcribe seven of the 10 interviews. And it'd be really good to get the full amount, which is 1,000 euros, because there's some really good content in there, and so, some of the best stuff is later on, to be honest. So we've got an interview with my friend and comrade Gael from Wellington, New Zealand, on basically how COVID has affected migrant rights. We've got an interview on Black Lives Matter and sort of the history of racism and socialism, and how socialists should approach those sorts of questions. We've got an interview with Slack Bastard from Melbourne, and Andy Fleming, about basically his work on anti-fascism and basically cataloguing the fascist movement. So if we get the full 1,000 euros, we can transcribe all of that content. So yeah, we'd really appreciate if people can donate, and if they can also share it in their networks.
Please donate whatever you can, and again, spread the word if you can't donate, and just help us make some more anti-fascist content more accessible. Again, I'm really proud that we were able to fundraise so quickly in such a short amount of time, and I hope we can keep going. And the only way we can do that is if everybody who listens to our podcast and everybody that you share it with can just please donate whatever you can, and whatever little bit helps. And I want to thank everybody, and see you in the future.